Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Untitled Sickos Project, where we're back again. And Merry Day After Christmas. I hope you're all having a fantastic Christmas Eve, or however you're celebrating it. I am Bears fan, alongside Magnum Trash, Nick Man, Car Sausage, and Jugger Bear, and we just wanted to say Merry Christmas. Um,
Oh, unfortunately, Luke could not join us because it is Boxing Day, and therefore he is bogged down with Canadian stuff.
yeah, but at the end of the day, it doesn't. At the end of the day, we're all being able to be with the people that we love the most in our life, and that's what really matters. Isn't that right? If you say no, we are. This will be your only shot.
Listen, man, family, tradition, kneecaps. That's what it's all about.
Well, if no one really has if no one really has anything to start off with for a welcome mat, I would love to start out our welcome mat with a very, very good start. Um,
Guys, I have very bad news. Hooters has declared bankruptcy.
No, how else will I
I
get my
feel like
wings
this.
now?
I feel like this has happened like three times already in like the past like 6 months. I think
First they want to take away our lobster. Next they want to take away our titties. This is fucked up, dude. Uh, but
Literally 1984, brother.
but yes, we have some interesting ACC news. Interesting in the case of Cal versus Hawaii happened. That guys, can we just nuke the ACC from existence? What the fuck was that game?
I was not
God bless
watching that game.
Hawaii.
Please enlighten me.
So here's a funny thing. So Cal was up by 21 at halftime. I believe it was halftime.
No, no, it was the second quarter. They were up 21 to nothing. Hawaii had cut it to 11 by halftime.
Yeah. But like, that happens or something. Like, and then the fourth quarter happened and a lot of fuck shit happened. So first, let's start off with what happened in the fourth quarter. So the score is 13-21. Um, and then pretty cool touchdown from Ashlock puts it 21-21 after a successful two-point conversion. Afterwards, Cal drives all the way down the field, only to get stopped on a 4th and 4. So, guys, I have a question. You have a very young and exciting quarterback in JKS. So do you A, go for it, B, go for it, C, go for it, or D, we shank you in the back alley and kick a field goal?
Hmm.
The answer is
I take a
D.
safety.
No, we're shanking you in the back alley and kicking a field goal. Cal goes up 24-21. That's whatever. Another amazing touchdown from another amazing touchdown catch to White this go around for Hawaii, and for the first time, and Hawaii has the lead again, 24-28. Now this is very funny. This is where some funny stuff happens. Jacob the Jesus goes down the field for on a 30-yard catch. An offsides penalty puts it at first and goal at the literal first and inches line. He gets it, touchdown, whatever. 31-28. Now this final drive is all sorts of fucked up. So, uh, Hawaii's quarterback was healthy all game. He wasn't hurt or anything, but he had to go out for a couple plays because he lost his helmet. So in comes the backup quarterback, and on 1st and 10, with like 10 seconds left in the game as the clock is rolling, the backup quarterback comes in and throws a 22-yard touchdown to win the game with 10 seconds to go. So shout outs to him. I think it was Luke Weaver.
Yep, it was Luke Weber.
Yeah. Insanely funny game, super unserious. Guys, should the ACC exist?
Um,
I don't know. I
Refer
don't know
back
about
to that image.
I don't know, but
Death
the
to
Hawaii Bowl should definitely exist.
Death to the sports entertainment world. Death to the ACC.
JMU would dominate the ACC if they moved there. Unfortunately, JMU has a crippling thing called being stuck in the Sun Belt, because if they moved, who else would be good there? But yeah, this is a better time than ever to finally talk about the college games. Uh, who wants to? So, guys, what game do we want to go about first? Do we want to leave the good games for last, or do we want to just get the
I mean, we
Band-Aid
got.
through?
I thought we were gonna go in like chronological order. So
Oh,
I
we
thought we
can
were gonna
do
talk about
that.
good old Choklahoma, you know.
Oh
And
yeah.
well,
Yeah, let's just get it out of the way.
Guys, Oklahoma was up 17 in the second quarter. Surely they won the game, right?
it was 17-0. Like in it was 17-0. Like heading into like 5 minutes left in the half, and they just and somehow, some way, they just it just disappeared. It just disappeared.
Yeah, and one of them was due to a pick six. That's the saddest part. And the
A
fun
blocked punt and a pick six.
not even like that, not even like amazing fucking ball playing here. By the way, Oklahoma had two chances to put this a game within one score near the end. They missed a 36-yarder and a 51-yarder. That is not
Yeah,
good.
this was just a horrible game for their special teams. Like, as bad as their offense has been all year, special teams was really their biggest downfall in this game, especially considering that they've had one of the best kickers in college football for all season, and he ended up missing two kicks late, and you also have the whole, blocked punts and all that, and yeah, it's just a complete disaster on special teams for Oklahoma here, and it doomed them.
Completely unserious football all around.
Yeah, they blew
essentially.
it like Trump blew whoever Bubba was.
We unfortunately do not make assumptions here on the Untitled Sickos podcast, but
I said allegedly.
oh no, I was getting to that. But however, it doesn't mean that we already have assumptions in our head. So you know what you think, that's what we think. Now, who is that you think? Don't tell us. We do not care. Um, well, uh, I yeah, let's get the other funny game out of the way. I hate the ACC, but you want to know a team who I hate more? The fucking Aggies. Frauds. Fucking frauds.
It was a very like we I was when I was watching that game, like it was a it was something to behold. Like no one could do anything on either side, honestly.
Yeah,
It's
no one really could. I mean, Miami was missing every field goal imaginable, and granted, Miami was definitely the better team this game. I mean, both these defenses did what they had to do, and honestly, you know what's crazy? I think it's crazy to think that if Miami had this defense last season, they could have won. They honestly could have won a championship if they had this defense with Cam Ward last year. But instead, you have this defense with Carson Beck.
Yeah. The funny thing is Carson Beck did the bare minimum this game. He looked fine. The main reason why they won is because guys like Malachi Tony are really fucking good, and their running back had 172 yards on the day. Like
700.
Well,
a
that and
hun-
also Marcel Reed had his worst game to date.
yeah. Look, man.
It's crazy too because like they had the chance at the end of the game to to win it, but then but he just and after all that, like after driving down the field, it just ended in a pick. Like it was
The thing is,
You don't
too,
get it.
Not his day.
it was a 3rd and 5.
his
He could have
day.
just thrown it away and fought for another down, but he forced that ball so fucking terribly.
You don't
Like
get
I
it,
said,
bro.
not his
Texas
day.
A&M, Texas A&M losing like that is just tradition of yuck.
Oh, right.
Tradition.
just like the goofy the goofy carnival ride that we will not be bringing up. If you know, you know, and we are one of those people where you just, if you want to know, you already have to kind of know. So if you know, you know.
If do not come to us to seek ball knowledge. We are not the wisdom gurus.
Oh no, we are totally wisdom gurus. Just don't ask for us for gambling help because
Especially with this next game.
true. Uh Man, Tulane, they tried. Like, at least I'll give them this. They tried. Was
I think
the
you could. I think you could just. I think you could just group the two group of five teams together in this one because the results were basically the same, which sucks. But like at the end of the day, like what were they supposed to do? You know, they
Like they tried, but Ole Miss was absolutely pissed, and they played like a team that was very motivated and very pissed off.
look, man. Shoutouts to Trinidad
I did
Chamberlain.
Tulane winning this game because I thought like with the loss of with the loss of like with the loss of Kiffin, I thought like it would be like it would
Yep.
be like a Brian Kelly situation with like the likes of like Cincinnati or Notre Dame, where like they just couldn't really they were just that upset with that with the situation that they couldn't pull it off. But like credit to them, they did the job.
Yeah, I will give JMU this. I think honestly, if you put JMU against Old Miss, that game could be one score. Now I think Old Miss still wins, but I think that game could probably be one score. But like other
By the
Yeah.
than
way,
Either way, I mean, either
both of
way,
these are
like,
going to prompt people to be very annoying about college football
oh
again.
yeah, extremely annoying.
if you don't like group of five
It
schools,
just
we're
feels
not
weird
the place
because
for
like
you.
it just feels weird because like I feel like this is like the only like time like in college sports where like people don't want to root for the underdog, you know? Like I don't understand it. Like
I think a lot
Yeah,
of it
I
is the
mean,
NFL crowd coming here and they're like, we don't want slop, we want good football, and it's like you have to, in order to like college football, you have to like slop. And I'm sorry, man, this is just one of those sports where if you do not like what's being presented on there, you probably shouldn't be watching. Personally,
Yeah, personally, I hate when weeaboos use this argument, but like, I am sick and tired of tourists ruining college football.
yeah.
well, not just that, not just that. I think the funny thing about when they say this about teams like out of the group of five and all that, it's so funny because it's like, oh, we don't want to see these blowouts, and it's like interesting,
did you not see last
really
did you
interesting.
do you not see last year? Did you not see when Indiana got completely like blown out by Notre Dame?
Yeah,
Yeah.
did you
Like
not see the year before? Did you not see the year where Georgia uh did horrific things to TCU on national television? Have you not seen like basically the entire history of the four-team college football playoff? Because blowouts have been so common in the CFP, and I remember when everyone would fucking bitch about that and how why is every game a goddamn blowout? I remember when people would bitch about that shit. So it's just, you know what? It's the new thing to bitch about now.
The,
I think what we need is just a 64 team college football playoff that'll make everyone shut up. And even then, some like random, school on the periphery is still gonna complain like, how do we not make the CFP? Why do we gotta go to the freaking Taco Bowl or
I
whatever?
think you're on the
just
right track. I don't think 64 is the right route. I do think adding more. I think what needs to happen is this: award every single conference a spot. Seating the way that they seated, go ahead, do that as it is. You should award every single conference a spot in the college football playoffs, and then
so you want to
give
go like You want to go like with March Madness rules and stuff like that? Is
Yeah,
that what
but like a lot less. Like my idea is what? There's 10 conferences, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 10 conferences because the
Yeah,
Pac-12's coming
there it
back
is.
Go
next
fuck
year.
yourself.
Yeah.
Pac-12 is. I mean, the Pac-12 is coming back. So
Go
Yeah.
fuck yourself. By the way, I caught that, you
What?
motherfucker.
No.
what?
What?
What
What?
happened?
What? I
While
genuinely
you were counting to 10, you stopped right after.
No, that was totally unintentional. I did not mean to do that. But nah, I was just gonna say my thought about it goes like this. You want to know? You have 10 college, like 10 conference winner spots, and then you have like 20, and then like 20 like at large bids. I feel like that would be fair enough to where you have a pretty decently sized, college football playoffs, along with a couple of bowl games for some of the younger schools, and general just health among everyone, because that way you could just make the top 25 be like the first 5 in and the first 5 out, and just make everything look nice and fancy. At least to me, that's how they should do it. But I get a lot of other people are like, I think a 20 team playoff would kind of be a little bit too much. But again, I'm more than willing to open to criticisms.
Here's my criticism. We should be taking the CFP committee and strapping them to the guillotine and cutting their heads off.
I don't think cutting their heads off would do it. I think we should cut off their wrists for the people that they put there. Eye for an
Or
eye.
their dicks.
Yeah.
Cut their dicks off,
But you had something you wanted to say, Magnum?
I don't know. Like I I think I think with the direction that that the NCAA is going, they're going to add more teams. But the issue is that like they can't please everyone. Like you like again, you saw Notre Dame bitching up a fit last time, and who knows what other teams can do that. And unfortunately, like these will happen. It happened to Notre Dame this year. It happened to Florida State last year. It happened to other people like 2 like it's gonna be it's gonna be a constant like battle to please everyone, and that just won't happen. That just
Yeah.
especially with
It's
something so
it's
subjective as
always
the
gonna
playoff.
there's always gonna be bitching. There's always going to be bitching with this.
That's fair.
Like it happened to Notre Dame this year. It happened to Alabama last year. It happened to Florida State 2 years ago. It's a continuous cycle.
That's fair. But I will say this. It's a lot easier to deal with a group of 6 team bitching about it than it is with a Power 5 team. I mean, with a Power 4 team bitching about it. Now, granted, I don't know if that will necessarily fix anything, but it necessarily comes down to the case of like what are you more likely wanting to deal with? Because like, even for example, say like the top 25 this year, are you going to tell me that the committee would more rather deal with the Houston Cougars and the North Texas Mean Greens bitching up a fit than a team like Arizona, Michigan, USC, Utah? Like, I think they would much rather deal with those teams, because at the end of the day, they're not going to make as much as an uproar as like some of the big teams in there. But I do get what you're
I
saying,
guess.
and I do think you're correct in that aspect. There will always be bitching. I just think the committee
I
would much
guess.
rather deal with bitching of less
Yeah,
fan bases.
I understand that. It's just that like I don't know how much of that will exactly fix the matters of basically just saying here, damn, like you like you have your playoff spot. I guess like
Oh no, you're so right. I just I there's no right answer to fix this, because at the end of the day, everyone's gonna be complaining about it.
yeah.
But
And also, I'm just gonna take this out of the way. Notre Dame would not win any of those. Would not win against Oregon or Ole Miss. Let's be completely honest here.
I
Let's be
think they would make Ole Miss competitive. I don't think they would win against Ole Miss. That's like the only one that I would say like would be a good matchup for them. But I do 100% agree. But yeah. Well, we have a lot more time than usual. So I mean, if you guys want, we got like 5 or 10 minutes because we've only gone for like 20 minutes or so. Does anyone want to talk about any other sports? Anyone want to bring up something?
Uh,
Uh, no, I don't have anything in mind. No.
the Wild lost twice. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean they just acquired Quinn Hughes, so you have to be happy with that. You have to be.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't really have much. I don't really have much to bring up. There is one more thing I wanted to bring up regarding college football, and that is Michigan's found their next head coach.
Hmm?
It's the
Wait, shit,
Utah
really?
guy, right?
Yep, Kyle Whittingham.
Okay. Uh
Oh yeah, I just checked. Yeah, they just they just announced
Yep.
it. They just
I have no clue who Kyle Whittingham is, so I'm going to be looking up the
he was the former coach for Utah. He was the for
Yep.
Oh,
Long time Utah head coach.
well, that's a big get for Michigan. I mean,
Yeah, it's gonna be weird seeing him in any other place than Utah. It's gonna be weird seeing that, but I mean, it feels more like one of those years where it's like there is definitely a shelf life because he is approaching his late 60s, but like he is a very well established head coach and he's done incredible things for Utah and all that good stuff. And it's like it is very funny though. I will say it is kind of funny how like Utah went from you know, like look, I think with hindsight now, and now that we know he's going to Michigan, I have to imagine there was something regarding that deal that Utah made with the private equity firms that may or may not have forced him out and made him enter what he said, enter the transfer portal.
Oh my God. It's just like watching a Jake Williams video.
Mhm.
oh, I guess
I am interested to see. Oh, I am interested to see like what he could do because like I feel like a lot like there has to be a lot of damage like after like what happened there's going to be a lot of damage control and they want to make sure like all the other like athletes don't transfer out of there because like who knows if Underwood is going to come back next year, you know?
right.
Yeah, who knows?
Look, I'm just happy that they did not go with Jonathan Gruden like rumors were saying.
He's going to the Giants. He's going to the Giants.
Oh. Hmm. Oh yeah, I did want to say this real quick. There are some transfer portal news that I saw this week. I forget, but one of the big name quarterbacks is currently on the move. Did we talk about Dylan Raiola being on the move last week?
I think we may have mentioned it. I think we mentioned him.
Rocco Beck just hit the portal
Oh
too.
right, yeah, that's Rocco Beck's probably going to be going to Penn State.
Yeah, Raiola, Beck, Thorsby's on the move.
That's who I was think. That was one of the people I was thinking of, but not the person.
Yo, what if Raiola goes to Texas Tech?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Who-
but what if instead of Texas Tech they had Texas Freak, and instead of playing football they just got freaky?
Yeah, man. I feel like this is a pretty decent conversation to have. I talked about this with one of the power rankings guys, Chris. And we kind of agreed. The transfer portal has been great for the NCAA. It's been fantastic, but I will say this: they one sec, one sec.
What the hell?
We're good.
All right, there we go. Sorry guys. Something just happened. I was just gonna say we were talking about it a while ago, but we basically were like the transfer portal has done a lot of good for college football, but there needs to be some limitations on what the transfer portal should actually do, because seeing all this happen at one point, it really isn't that much fair for the for some of these schools who's trying to get homegrown talent and they're just leaving before they can do anything.
Yeah.
I
Dan,
mean that's what the
you must be in Georgia because you got the dogs barking.
that's what the transfer portal is for. It's to give people the opportunity to show what they can, to show what they believe their talents are. And I understand why people do that, but I feel like, there has to be, at some point there needs to be like a limit to how many times you can transfer. I think that's the problem here. I think the problem is just like the amount of transfers that are available for certain schools and certain players. I think that's like the big issue here. I think that's
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I agree. I agree.
Like I feel like college football in terms of the transfer portal, it's in a weird place because it definitely still feels like it's in the Wild West era of it, where it just feels like all chaos is welcome. And if you are a victim of said chaos, like a lot of Group of Five schools are, well, that is unfortunately some tough shit for you. But there was something I saw yesterday, and actually, this is something we could talk about regarding rules and the NCAA. Um, Someone said this regarding, and I think this can relate to the transfer portal. It talks about NIL, but it also relates to the transfer portal. But college athletes have always deserved to get paid. NIL is a good thing, but I
Mhm.
don't understand why the second that NIL passed, college sports decided that there literally were not any rules about anything anymore.
Yeah.
It really does feel like the NCW the NCAA and, in sports like college football and especially college basketball this past week, it feels like the hell with it with the rules, and it's like they don't know what to do right now, and it really feels like there is no one right now that is willing to stand up and take charge of the situation, because who really wants to take charge and, try and establish some rules here? Because it's clear as day that whatever rules there are that exist with the NCAA, they are not being followed right now.
Right, yeah. And I think the worst part about it all too is like NIL is fantastic and everything, but it's also really shitty too because now some of the bigger schools, granted some of these athletes deserve this money, don't get me wrong, but it's now a lot easier for these bigger schools to just lure out anyone that they wanted to come to their school, and that really affects the group of fives. And I will tell you this, people bitch and moan about the group of fives not being shitty in the college football playoffs. I will say this, how about you tell big schools to stop taking away their athletes so they can actually build a core? Maybe then you'll get good competition. It doesn't just come by getting the same goddamn five teams over and over and over again. Like
I mean,
it's
that all really yeah, I mean, like, I'm not gonna say like there aren't like people who like that there aren't like players and coaches that are who are loyal to their programs, because there definitely are. But like like, unfortunately, in these cases, they want a secure future, and they want to like, because like in stuff like the big leagues and stuff like that's not guaranteed. So they want to like have as much like money, or like money and like security as possible. And so I understand why they do it.
me
And
too.
Where was it?
it's
Wyoming that had a certain program where, um, even if your player got injured, uh, the families were entitled to a certain set amount of money.
I'm, I don't remember
I
exactly
couldn't
what that
tell you.
was, but I do think there is
I,
something
I
like that out there.
so like and who knows if they're gonna like, if they're gonna like fix things up like earlier in the year, because it's still very early on. So like it's gonna have some growing pains. So like all we can really do is wait. All we can really do is wait and see
I just
how
really
this
hope
will
the
affect.
I just hope the lesson they take away from this isn't that, hey, let's not play players instead.
Yeah, just
It
at the end.
shouldn't be. That should not be the lesson to be taken away here. I think the biggest takeaway from all of this, and going back to what we've seen from the NCAA since this happened, they were not prepared at all to handle anything close to this because it's clear as day they got dragged kicking and screaming into doing this, and deservedly they're paying the price for it. But it's clear as
Paying
day
the
they do not
price.
know what they're doing.
Yeah. It's just, man, why can't man, it feels like every time in college football, there's 2 steps forward and then 3 steps back. Like, it just always has felt like that, at least more recently. Because there's so much shit that's helping these young kids, like they should. But then you
It's
get...
just yeah. Sorry, go
No,
ahead.
you're right. Nah, it's all good. I was just gonna say, it just sucks. Like, people are always gonna find a way to abuse systems, and that's just something that's just going to happen in life. It just sucks more when there's, like, people who are trying to fucking rig it. And I get it, that's for everything, but, like, come on, man. Some of these people fucking don't deserve this shit. It doesn't really make anything better, it just makes things worse.
Yeah.
I mean, like in college football, there's always been a hierarchy. Unfortunately, like a lot of schools will like fight tooth and nail for their programs. Like they will they will like get people like they will like pay players under the table. They will do any underhanded tactics they can do just to keep their programs afloat. And
Yeah.
that's been the thing for for decades now. And
I'm
and
just
clear that's not going to change.
I'm just sick of every time we talk about college football, I end with something to the effect of, well, in the words of Karl Marx.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, college football is a problem that someone can fix, but it's definitely not going to be the 5 of us anytime soon. But yeah,
Fuck you, watch me.
yeah. Well, guys, we're now going to get into we still got a little bit of time. I just want to gloss over the NBA real quick because I feel like this is something small that we could talk about. So the Thunder have been on a fucking run recently, but guys, I think the Spurs have the answer to whatever the fuck the goddamn Thunder have.
I think they have the answer. It's called staying healthy.
Yeah, and
And
also Victor
also a
Wembanyama,
super freak alien from France.
which is funny too because he's coming off the bench.
He is, and he's doing great off the bench. Like the funny thing with the Spurs, this team can win a title this year, all depending on their health and whether Wemby can stay healthy. Because if he can stay healthy, this team can absolutely go all the way. But it's such a massive question right now.
Yeah, but
Guys, Justin Herbert team? Justin Herbert team?
it's really funny too because it's like for the longest time, people like for at least until not Sacramento dumbass, until the San Antonio until the first San Antonio game, there was genuine thoughts that that the Thunder might be better than 9 losses. They might be 8 losses this year, but after getting 4 losses within the last 6 games, nah, we got slapped back to reality. History ain't happening. Fuck us.
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes...
Yeah, I
Also,
mean, considering what happened to the last team that broke the record, maybe it's for the best that they don't try and break the record. Though honestly, that's actually a good thing for the NBA because we don't want to remember who Golden State got afterwards.
Wait, do you think we have time to just acknowledge the sad state of popular music?
you know what? Fuck it. I was originally gonna go with that for our welcome mat, but I forgot. So fuck it. We're gonna be bitching and moaning about music real quick. Little Tekka was in the top 100 this year. We're not counting this list ever again. We're not. We're not going back to this.
Uh, yeah. Sicko's Hot 100 for 2025. May not be happening unless you basically want 5 Christmas songs. There were 5 Christmas songs.
Hey, at least we got our Christmas special next year. But yeah, long story short, if you want us to do this ASAP, PayPal us $500 and we'll get that puppy uploaded in a jiffy. You don't know how fast we'll get that bitch on. Fucking dude, we'll do it all in one take. Hell, you could be there.
Well-
You could be there if you wanted.
Fuck it. Fuck Amazon's same day shipping. Look at us. Look at us go if you give us $500.
Look, man, $500. The four of us would do a lot of things with $400. Not $500.
Bro, Bro, let me tell you, we'll go full hive mind, bro. We'll go full hive mind.
Yeah, we'll go full hive mind. We'll even get what
Recently get canceled.
No. I was thinking Quadeca, but then I was like, who'd be the closest to Quadeca that like I know? I don't fucking know. We'd find some shitty SoundCloud rapper, and we'll have him on.
Can we get Dax?
No, we couldn't get Dax. I don't want to talk to Dax. I don't want to acknowledge
Fucking
him.
Clock strikes
Ex-
12.
ex-
Midnight.
We need DJ Spit. That's who we need. DJ Spit.
Ooh, no. We're actually, I know exactly who we're bringing on. We're bringing that Mr. Beast brain rot lookalike parody maker on. Magnum always sends me their videos. I forget what they're called, but that's who we're bringing on.
Oh yeah, him. I love that guy. I love that guy.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what
Ordinary
we're gonna do.
by Alex Warren should not be in the top 10.
That shouldn't be ordinary, guys. Okay, this is the part where everyone that's watching us laughs. If you don't laugh right now, that would be a terrible Christmas gift for me.
If you don't type LOL in chat, we will snap your balls off.
Look, man, I thought you were gonna say snap your chain off, but then I was like, this ain't Jackson Dart. I forgot his chain went off during that Vikings-Giants game, which we'll get into in a moment. One of the last thing I wanted to say, Lil Wayne released one of the worst albums of all time and still got on the Hot 100. That should tell you how bad this year is. Now you may be asking, was it from the album?
Tyler, the
No.
Creator.
Yeah. But yeah. Anywho, my gaggle. Do you want to talk about the NFL now? I know you've been
Yes.
waiting. All right. Well, we'll briefly gloss
good.
over it since we talked about it last week, but fuck it, we're gonna talk about it again. Rams Seahawks was one of the craziest games of all time, and shoutouts to Eric Saubert of all people, Bear legend.
Yeah, shout out Puka Nakua for being a fucking idiot.
Look, man, Aiden Ross is on the do not bring on podcast list. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, bro, why would you promise to do like
That
the
dance.
fucking
Just say
Jew
that
move?
dance.
It's really funny. Like I think he genuinely just did not know. I think he was just that stupid. I think it was just that stupid. I think it was just.
Look, man.
And then he proceeded to say concussions are all in the mind.
He's
Listen,
not wrong.
Listen, he don't got internet. He doesn't know what CTE.
I mean, in the very technical sense, he's not wrong. Like in the very technical,
Yeah, I mean, like
it is in your head.
look, man. He has 1,592 yards this season. How many do you have? Exactly.
The idea, like saying like, oh, the refs only want to be on TV, and then like go and immediately after the game saying, was I wrong though? Don't say that shit.
Bro, this
Was-
is
was-
what
not
I
the
wrong,
game
though?
after you
Immediately-
lost in high school. This is the NFL.
Was I wrong though? Immediately deletes the tweet. By the way,
I can imagine Sean McVay just staring daggers into his soul.
Dude, if I'm
after he-
Sean McVay, his ass is never leaving
Like,
that
his
practice
reaction, like,
field.
Like his reaction, like when the reporter said like that Puka like tweeted something out, like you could like see his face. It looked like the second tower fell. Like what do you like? He just didn't.
Oh,
was
all the
so
soul in
messy.
his eyes left. He went from He did what? He went from like, oh yeah, this was a rough game, and then it was like, what? I did not know that. The soul
Mr.
left his
President,
hide.
a second Puka tweet has hit the timeline.
Look, man, I find it funny too because Adam Schefter was retweeting him, being like, "Huh, this is very interesting." Look, man,
Interesting.
He got caught. Hey, he got caught in 4K.
fucking people caught you, dude, and then he hasn't apologized for that yet either. By the way, we haven't seen a single apology from that.
I mean, what can you what can you say? Like,
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
I did that.
refs.
Like,
Look, man,
he
just
got
do what
fined.
Roderick
It's
Heffley did
not
and
like-
say, "I'm sorry, refs," and just
I'm
do.
sorry, refs.
Yeah, just
I'm
do the
sorry.
Roderick Heffley. I'm sorry, refs. Look, man, JSN is the only ethical wide receiver one this year, and that's all we need to know. Also, Shaq.
What about Justin?
What?
That's my Najigba. That's my.
Yeah. Well, up next, we are now going into what I am dubbing the blowout section of the of this week. Guys, I have to ask, what blowout do you want to talk about first? The one that involved Tyler Shuck, the one that involved Cam Ward, or the one that involved Josh Johnson. I'm meaning for week 16, by the way. Week 16.
Give me the
Surprisingly,
Cam Ward
too.
one.
Surprisingly, he won that one. He won that one.
He did.
Yeah,
Good for him.
shoutouts to Cam Ward, by the way.
It was the. I mean, it was the best game of his career to this point. Like it, but like I don't know how much of that's saying much, considering that Chiefs are just absolutely decimated. Like it
Yeah, but
is.
right.
Even then, imagine seeing that at the beginning of the year, just being like, "Oh yeah, Cam Ward is gonna light up the Chiefs." What?
Look, man, all I'm saying is people will say, "Oh, Chris Oladikum was in the game." Did Chris Oladikum play defense? That Chiefs defense is still coached very well. I think we all have to give Cam Ward credit where it's due. He put the
Yeah.
Spags defense in hell.
He did.
It really. I don't know how much it would be if it would matter if Minshew didn't get hurt again. It didn't get hurt, and a lot of got in. But like at the same time, like, god damn, the Chiefs. They are. This is the season from hell. Like this is the season for like everything that could go wrong did go wrong for the Chiefs this year. Like
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
And the thing is too, from looking at this game, I firmly believe that even if Patrick Mahomes is playing this game, that Titan score stays the same. I think it 100% stays the same no matter what. Now, granted, I think the Chiefs would probably win with like 40 or 50 points, but like I think 100% at the end of the day, the offense did its job. The defense just got a lot of very good sacks. Like fucking Truman
Sack.
Jones had a half sack. And that was his only sack in his entire NFL career. Yeah, that sack and the half is the only thing he has. Like that is his NFL keepsake. And I'm sure that for him getting a sack on Chris Oladikum is like the highlight of his NFL career, which like good for him.
I can imagine him being like, "Hey, look, Mom, I'm on TV. Look."
Look, man. I will say this. I Titans fans, I heard the Gunnar Helm hype, and I tuned in for this game to see Gunnar Helm hype. There was no Gunnar Helm hype. There was actually Gunnar Helm sadness. But I guess it doesn't really matter when Chikakonkwo was lighting them bitches up. So,
Yeah, they got Chica Waka under center.
well, I guess we should
Chika Conquo has always been like one of the most underrated tight ends of the league of the past the past 3 years or so.
Chikakonkwo is like
like-
Jonnu Smith 2.0.
That's actually a very apt comparison. That's actually a very apt.
Look, they both went to Tennessee, and Arthur Smith is gonna find a way to get him. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I guess we should talk about the elephant in the room being the Gardner Minshew injury. Thankfully,
Trust me.
he didn't tore his ACL, guys. Congratulations. He avoided the worst outcome. Unfortunately, it is still a knee injury. Al Bozo, get out for the rest of the season.
Bozo.
That's just
Not
like
Bozo.
having
Do
like
not
having
disrespect my goat Gardner Minshew like that,
oh,
sir.
Listen,
having
there's
like
not two of them. Don't worry. There's not two of them.
having both of your starting quarterbacks go out in back to back weeks, man. That has got to be like you see that shit from the Niners, not the Chiefs, not the Chiefs.
Yeah. The current backup quarterback is Shane Buleche, who has never thrown an NFL pass either.
Who?
Shane Buleche. Believe it or not,
Like
I believe he's. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Is it?
Like Dennis, I had to Google Chris Oladikin just to see like if he was like not a Madden generated player. He got drafted. He got drafted by the Steelers. He got cut.
Former SMU quarterback.
Yeah,
Former Texas quarterback too.
I think he was. Let's see.
He was the quarterback of Texas the year they lost to Kansas. Like the year they first lost to Kansas.
He also passed Colt McCoy's passing yard record for freshmen as a freshman. Yeah, this guy has done nothing in the NFL other than move around. He has been on the Bills practice squad for the entirety. He's been on the Bills practice squad in IR for the better part of 2 years. And then he got re-signed as the Chiefs backup because Gardner Minshew and Mahomes went down. You know what, man?
Guys,
Shoutouts to him. Generational bag getter.
Guys, is the Alaska Martians QB doing anything?
Unfortunately, fuck. God damn it, I forget.
Marcus Russell.
No, unfortunately, not Gronowski. Luke McCown is not available. He's the only guy that I remembered. Jared Webster. Jared Webster. That's who I'm thinking of. Unfortunately, Jared Webster is staying in his nice little log cabin with his best friend in the world, Bo Lee. This is a subtle nod to the fact that the Alaska Martians will be back next year.
Not Mike Nutsling. Not
Eric Nutsling. Eric Nutsling. Unfortunately, he had a little bit too much of that, and he started a podcast with Alex Jones. He don't got internet. He don't got internet, dude. But yes, lore aside, we'll get in. Lore aside, unfortunately, this is just this season from hell from the Chiefs. It happens. But you want to know who's in even more hell? The Miami Dolphins. You know?
They got tuna the salad sandwich.
They got Quinn Ewers starting at quarterback, man. They got
Unfortunately, Quinn Ewers cannot play defense.
You know what? I will be so generous with this. Quinn Ewers had an okay game. Take away the interceptions that were mostly just tip passes. He did fine. And that's the best that you can give him at this point. Look, man, I'm not expecting the world from him. He did enough.
They got fucking Shrimp Ewers under center, bro.
Yeah, unfortunately, Shrimp Ewers is the best way to describe the players on the Dolphins defense for this game, because they got absolutely bitch slapped by the Bengals here.
Yeah, they got 2 sacks against one of the worst offensive lines in football.
Unfortunately, Joe Burrow is still playing for the Bengals. Yeah, and that's all they really needed. That's all they really.
Chat, you're telling me a Bengal fried this rice?
Oh God, dude. So guys, this game was so bad that Joe Flacco went in and threw a pass.
Hell yeah.
So guys,
this game was, dude, Samaje Perine got a touchdown.
Mike Gesicki got a revenge touchdown.
Yeah, he did. He graded on him too. Again.
Well, guys, here comes the funniest segment in the world. Where on earth is Joe Burrow going to be next season? If all of you say the Bengals, I will be sending pipe bombs in your mailboxes for Christmas this year.
Hey, don't forget, you're here forever. They will try they will like Mike Brown will try his damn hardest to like do anything to keep him in Cincinnati. I don't know if it's gonna be in vain, but he'll try.
Listen, player, quarterback, and head coach combo, Joe Burrow.
Oh,
Make it happen.
ooh. No. Hear me out. He's the play. He does all of that, but for Arizona. Ooh. How we thinking? Dude,
I'm
That's
gonna
a bit
keep it
too
real
Yeah.
with you.
merciful,
I'm gonna
man.
keep it real with you. I do not want to see Joe Burrow in Arizona. That
No,
feels cringe.
listen, he needs. I feel like I mean, I feel like they need to be like, it needs to go to a team with like one quarterback away from contention. All of the Vikings. You.
I
No,
mean,
no, we don't have the money for it.
honestly, call me crazy,
You're
but
crazy.
the Falcons, they don't have a first round pick. I'm not saying it's gonna happen this year, but maybe Joe Burrow on the Falcons in like 2 years or something.
Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe. I mean, you know, I don't think it's gonna happen this off season, so I doubt it's gonna. I doubt it's actually gonna. I doubt this
Listen,
actually means anything. But like,
unfortunately, though, I mean, these rumors have been spreading like since last year too. So
yeah,
unfortunately,
it's
that
been
noise will
here.
not go away. That noise
Oh,
will.
it won't. It won't. But I do find it very interesting. Granted, I kind of quieted myself about it after last Thursday, but if, in a world where Seattle decides, you know what, Darnold's done well, but we want something more, Joe Burrow to Seattle would be something.
No. You want to know what's really going to happen? The Jared Goff cycle is going to continue. Jared Goff gets traded to the Bengals for Joe Burrow, and Jared Goff will once again be playing on a third franchise who did not want to do a single fucking thing with him. That would
I
be
could
so funny.
actually. I thought you were going to say the Rams. I could see him on the Rams actually.
Rams
Like
is
when
possible.
Stafford,
I mean,
whenever Stafford retires, like whenever.
Oh god.
I mean, there's an
That's what we
interesting
should
Ram. No,
torture Luke with. Joe Burrow on the
there's an
Rams.
no. There's an interesting Rams trade proposal, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm not hearing anybody say. The Jet. I couldn't even finish that.
No.
You think I want to watch? You think I want to watch Joe Burrow's leg explode at MetLife?
I don't want. Listen, man. He's already faced the Bengals own line. He doesn't have to face the MetLife turf, man. He can't.
No, the worst part is that would just be an inherent downgrade in general. Shittier defense, shittier coaching. Aaron Glenn's probably gonna be better next year. I'd say shittier coaching right
I'm gonna
now.
give Aaron Glenn time. I'm gonna give Aaron Glenn some time. Like
Right,
he's on a
yeah.
very short leash, but like.
Oh, no.
I'm normally not a fan of one and dones unless they're like abhorrent,
Yeah,
like
like a-
Urban Meyer levels of bad, you know?
Like Nathaniel Hackett and shit. No, I
exactly.
I genuinely think that I genuinely think that if he went to the Jets, the only thing that would improve is coaching, and coaching I don't think would improve until like year 3. And that's only because I think Aaron Glenn needs an actual roster before we can even judge him. Like, is the defense better? Probably slightly, but also this is the same team that just traded away Sauce Gardner for 2 first-round picks. And also too, yeah, Brees Hall is a better running back, but you're telling me that he gets to go from Jamar Chase and T. Higgins to Adonai Mitchell and Isaiah Williams. I think that's his name, Isaiah Williams. Yeah, I know that Garrett Wilson is on this team, but he's hurt, so let me push my agendas. Yeah, the Jets would just be a downgrade.
What were you thinking, Spencer?
We're forgetting somebody. What if he follows Lou Anarumo to Indianapolis?
Ooh, that would be interesting, but the Colts don't have the picks. That's the hard part. I think they'd be more in line to re-sign Daniel Jones, or hell, I think they could throw it back with Phillip Rivers next year, and I'm not being like funny or anything. I'm being dead serious.
No, honestly, I think Phillip Rivers he's using this time to audition as a head coach in the league, or at least a position coach.
I mean, I wouldn't be a head coach. Phillip Rivers sounds awesome. Actually, dude, I would love to see that.
His post game presser would be great. What's up, Nick?
No, I was gonna say, Actually, I was gonna say regarding Philip Rivers, like not to get too off topic, but if I'm being completely honest, I know it reset everything, but honestly, Philip Rivers coming back to play some football after 5 years has made a stronger case for him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's also playing like somewhat decent too. Like
That
the fact
too.
that he's like
Actually, we could just
the fact that
transition
he's
to the
actually like
Colts and
pulling his
Niners
own
game.
weight.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. That loss was not Rivers' fault.
It wasn't.
Yeah. Honestly, I get the Niners defense is terrible, but like that
Well,
was
it's terrible. It's terrible roster wise. It is a horrible defense roster wise, but it has Robert Saleh doing everything he can to get anything out of that defense. And yeah, but that was not the main story here. The main story was Colts defense getting bent over.
yeah, which is funny too, because like the Colts were just coming off one of their strongest defensive performances this year against Seattle. Not to mention too, like this defense is still pretty good. They didn't give up that many points to start the year. Holding the Rams to 27 is very admirable, but the Niners did that, and that makes me kind of concerned. Shoutouts to Brock Purdy. 5 touchdowns is nothing to schlock at. And as much as I can be like, haha, system quarterback and everything, nah, he had a good game. His only interception came in the fourth quarter, which potentially could have gone bad for them because it gave Phil Rivers the ball right back, but then the pick six happened, and then that was like the only mistake
Yeah.
Rivers had all game.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Colts defense is just they've been injured, but the injuries that they've had, it's caught up to them, and their secondary's beaten down. Like their pass rush has not really been that good for a while now, and granted, a lot of that is also the fact that you can look at what Colts fans have said, and you can do a basic analysis of their defense to realize that their linebacker core is pretty fucking bad.
What happened to the not Zaire? Was it Zaire Franklin, the linebacker, or am I thinking of
It
someone
was
else?
Zaire.
Jack
No, it was
Leonard?
Franklin. Yeah,
Yeah,
apparently, like from what I've heard, Franklin's having a horrible year.
It
really.
also did not help that Jonathan Taylor has done basically nothing all last month, throughout the whole month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the defenses have
I think,
adjusted.
yeah, an internet funny man pointed out to me that this is the first time that Rivers has had to deal with home crowd noise in not 9 years.
Oh my god. I'm trying to
Because,
remember the guy that I was
5 years, and then before that, it was the quarantine year with the Colts.
Oh.
And before that, it was the LA. It was in LA.
Oh,
So
no.
nobody showed up.
No, I forgot
the-
about the guy that I was thinking
So
of.
like
I was
they were still
thinking
in
of.
that they were still in the soccer stadium, right? He was still like
Yeah.
in that soccer.
Yeah.
He was still
Yeah.
in that soccer stadium, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of Shaq Leonard. Like, dude, what happened to Shaq Leonard? I know he's not on this team anymore, but like, what happened to him, man? Like,
I thought he was going to be a bona fide superstar.
he had one of the greatest like 3 game runs of all time, like 3 season runs of all, actually 4th season, because he won Rookie of the Year, and then he just kind of faded away. He got the injury, but like, damn.
You know what happened? He lost the floose. He lost the floose.
Oh right, yeah. Man, he should
That's
have came here.
true.
Yeah, would
He's
have been
like
better
the
than
one
Nick fucking
person.
Morrow.
He's like the one defensive person who actually benefited from Matt Eberflus.
Crazy. Apparently, his brother is Anthony Waters, who won a Super Bowl with the Saints. But yeah,
Would now be a good time to talk about the Flus?
Oh, was that game? Oh yeah, that was a blowout. Look, man, Justin Herbert is a very good quarterback, but sacked 0 times.
I mean, what more can you say about what more can you say about this defense? It's not good. It's not.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
bad.
yeah.
They fixed it for like 2 weeks,
People are
then it came
talking
back to
about.
being they came back to earth, and then they came back.
Yeah,
You know, the CDC always talks about flu outbreaks. We've got to start talking about flu outbreaks.
guys, guys, I think I found the way to beat the Dallas defense. Run outside of Kenny Clark and Quinnen Williams. Wow, congratulations. You have figured out how to beat the Cowboys defense. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
Quinnen
and
Williams played this game in all fairness.
I
Look at
think
their
he was out. Yeah.
Yeah, but still, this is Ooh, fucking rough, man. Like I don't know what else to really
Also,
say.
regarding this defense, yeah. Also, if you're a quarterback and you can run, you can scramble, do everything you got to do to scramble out there because they are not going to figure out how to stop you.
Oh yeah, by the way, apparently Logan Wilson got benched again. So he got
Yikes.
benched. He got benched from the worst defense in the AFC to the worst defense in the NFC. Nobody wants him. That's insane.
Who want me?
No one. The
What?
Dallas traded a 7th round pick for him, which is like whatever, who gives a shit. But like still, that is insanely funny. Well,
By the way, I mentioned this game because it also, I think we could transition this to another blowout, which also featured a division, a streak coming to an end.
oh yeah. Guys,
Yeah.
guys, I have unfortunate news. The Eagles won the NFC West. I mean East. Fuck. They won the NFC East.
Guys, the Eagles
East.
won the NFC West. This is horrible news for.
Dude.
They won the NFC West.
Guys, guys, I need you to go down on all forums and
Man,
scream.
man,
No!
every I mean, like, unfortunately, it would have been funny to see the Eagles lose. They had a chance to actually, like they were down at the half, right? Like,
It
or
was
like
14-10
were they
after the
down the half?
third quarter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was close. Granted, a lot of that was also Jake Elliott, who is probably going to he may or may not get cut after this season. I know Eagles
Mitzi
fans
Elliott.
want him gone.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about the Eagles making it back to back. Of course, this was gonna happen. Did you seriously trust the Flus in the playoffs? Hello,
Hey,
it's the
hey, man,
Flu.
hey man, they had y'all shook though. You gotta understand, they had y'all shook though. They had you shook.
Hey, I got
You
though.
saw them at Thanksgiving.
Oh
You
yeah,
saw them at Thanksgiving. You thought there was a chance. You thought there was a chance.
what?
There
Listen,
was a
bro.
chance.
True.
They had a chance until they ran into the demon named Nine.
Oh, trust me. Trust me. We have like one more blowout to get to. Oh, two more actually. Um, let's get to the boring blowout and then let's go to the blowout that actually means something. Saints versus Jets. We all are pro shuckers here. We all want to shuck our shit out. For the Saints right now. We're pro
We're
shucking.
I'm shucking and jiving right now. Like the Saints are doing.
Look, man, just
Listen,
I'm shucking it. Oh, so
like
good.
like straight up like Chuck is looking like the best quarterback out of this class so far. Like he's looking pretty good. He's looking.
ironically, I think not even ironically, he's under the best coach of this most recent of the coaches that drafted rookie QBs so far that are playing, I should say. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
a part of me still wants to give like Stefanski the benefit of the doubt because like I've seen the stuff he's done. I don't know how much of it is just the Browns like holding him back. Honestly, like I don't know.
It's I will give the Saints and Kellen Moore And Brandon Staley as well, because I got to give him his praise because this defense actually does look pretty good. And I've said this before, the Saints, they give me a lot of the same vibes that I was getting from the Panthers last year, where it's like, they're still not a good team, but you can see the improvement building with these teams and the growth that they're showing under this
Oh
coaching
God.
staff. And
You know
honestly,
what
yeah, I
that
think the Saints are doing what they got to do.
means though?
What?
Fucking another 10 years of Saints cap deferment.
Nah,
Bro.
not quite yet. They're shitty enough to where they're able to catch up on cap. We'll get that in like 5 years though.
Right, I'm just saying, it just from every time Mickey Loomis opens his mouth, it reminds you of that Patrick Star meme. Fucking,
Mickey Loomis saved his job again, guys. He saved his job again with another generational draft. How about that?
All I'm saying is another $10 million to Taysom Israel.
It's real.
What does he do? What does he do? I want you to tell me what he fucking does, because it sure doesn't
Trade him to
fucking
the
do
Broncos.
anything.
Vibes, man.
He carried the ball 12 times for 42 yards. This Saints running back room is so fucking decimated. They're starting Taysom Hill at running back, and it's working. Granted, it's the Jets, but it's working.
Listen, man, he will forever be known as he will forever be like a legend, man. He'll go down in he'll go down in NFL history.
By the way,
being a dude.
I just wanted to bring up, apparently there is one requirement to make the Hall of Fame that we found out this week. You have to have some sort of season accolade, whether it be a Pro Bowl, an award, anything. In order to be eligible for the Pro Bowl, you have to have some sort of accolade with your name. So essentially, you could lead the league in passing yards for like your entire career. But if you never made the Pro Bowl once, you're shit. You're tough shit, buddy. Get fucked.
That's a stupid fucking rule. That's a stupid.
Oh yeah, it is. It's dumb. And you want to know how I found that out? Because someone asked if Taysom Hill had the shot at the Hall of Fame. Go fuck yourself to whoever made that question. Fuck you.
That's like not allowing Nolan Ryan in the Hall of Fame because he has no Cy Youngs. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, it's weird, but I guess it's easier to make
Guys,
the Pro Bowl in
put
the NFL.
Taysom Hill in the Taysom Hall.
Look, man.
Listen, man, he'll be in my Hall of Fame. Like that. That's all that matters. He matters. He matters to me.
Is your Hall of Fame just like a piece of is just like a picture with his face on it slapped on your wall? Is that your Hall of Fame?
Mitch Trubisky, he's in my Hall of Fame. Tariq Cohen,
W.
Bartolo Colon,
Javi
Barry
Baez.
Blash. I'm naming baseball players. I'm sorry.
No, Javi Baez.
Frank Schwindel. Oh well, Javi Baez, of course. I'm just going by players that are near and dear to my heart.
Oh no, I gotcha.
Khalil Mack.
Yeah. Eddie Jackson. Eddie.
God. Wait. You're missing someone very near and dear. Where the hell is Jack Sandsborn? I love that white guy. Oh yeah, he's on Dallas. Yeah. He's on Dallas because he went with Flus. Well, that was a horrible thing to do.
Yeah, I don't even think he's starting.
Nope. I think he might be hurt. Actually, it's possible.
He may have been, unfortunately.
Yeah. All right.
Well, guys.
What's the other?
The other big blowout would be Jags versus Broncos. That shouldn't have been a blowout, but holy shit, Denver looks mortal.
I got something to say. Duval.
Listen, man. The Jags have been playing with fire for the past for the last month and a half. They look legit. Straight up, they look legit. Trevor Lawrence actually looks like he's actually finding his stride now. Like Liam Cohen has done a very good job.
Not to mention
Liam
too,
Cohen,
if
Liam
it's
Cohen may have genuinely fixed Trevor Lawrence. He may have literally fixed Trevor Lawrence.
the thing
Guys,
is,
what do we say to this?
Oh.
I will say this: the funniest thing, this team could actually be on an 8-game winning streak if Sheldon Rankins didn't just pick up that ball and ran it all the way for a touchdown, like like in that Houston game. I will say this: it is very hard for a man of his stature to get down the field with guys like Travis Etienne and Parker Washington, but God gives his toughest soldiers the longest field to run, and his field was 33 yards. But yeah,
There's they say that there's nothing that moves faster than a big fellow with a chance.
look, I will say this: the Jags were up by 17 in the fourth quarter. That game was over. They had no chance. And you want to know, the best part about it too? This was a game where they weren't killed by Brian Thomas Jr., not Jacoby Myers, not even a guy like Travis Etienne, but the Denver Broncos cornerback core could not stop Parker motherfucking Washington of all people. I love him, and he's one of my favorite Jags players on that team. How the fuck could they not stop him?
Like it's crazy. Like it's crazy because like I think this is like the first really big scoring output the Broncos defense has done this year, right? Like he's done.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, the yardage wise, they were firing on cylinders. I think they may have just failed a couple of fourth down conversions and took the field goal when they shouldn't have. But it's not even like the Broncos' offense was bad. It's their defense that let them down for once. Like, granted, yeah, they scored more points. Yeah, they scored more points against Green Bay, but also at the same time too, they barely scored more points than the Broncos, than the Commanders, than the first Chiefs game, than the fucking Raiders. Like,
Yeah, my boner is still limp.
yeah. All this is to say, Jacksonville is probably the hottest team in the AFC right now. But this comes to a brief intermission where we say fuck the rules. We talk about what we want at this point in the season. Since we already talked about both these teams, I feel it's very fitting to talk about both these two teams really quick because both of these games were kind of bad, and it wasn't the game that we're probably gonna get into later. But Cowboys and Commanders, we'll start with that first. Josh Johnson looked pretty good against the Dallas defense. Other than that, Kevontae Turpin had a pretty long touchdown, and Dak Prescott should probably ask for a trade.
Yeah, at this point, like, to be clear, this isn't Josh Johnson the quarterback, not Josh Johnson the TikTok comedian. There is a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Cowboys really are just the most 8-8 team to ever exist. Because
8-1. Get it right, liberal.
Yeah, this team shut the fuck up. This team deserves to finish 8-1. They legitimately deserve to finish 8-1.
We talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers being the 9-8 team. Like the Cowboys are like the opposite of that. They're 8-9. They're 8-9.
They're just barely they're not shit enough to be bad, but they're not bad enough to be good or something. I don't fucking know. All I know is that this game was way closer than it shouldn't have been.
They are perpetually in the hunt graphic. Like that's all they're good for. That's all they're
true.
Yeah, they're basically there for somebody like Tony Romo to be like, yeah, Jim. Even though it's December, it looks like the Cowboys still have an outside chance at making it to the playoffs.
despite the fact they were eliminated the week prior. As for the Commanders, this season just needs to get over quicker. You better fucking hope that the Eagles don't rest their starters. Because if the Eagles rest their starters, there's a solid enough chance you're winning that game. And it's time for Broncos Chiefs. Shout outs to Chris Olatakun. he had 15 more yard. No, was it 15? I'm taking a look. He had exactly 15 more passing yards than Max Brosmer, which we'll get into later. Don't you wait, don't you
Hey,
wait, little kids.
hey, Oladipo
Hold
had
your
some
horses.
really Mahomey plays during that game. All right,
Ooh,
respect him.
True.
Yeah,
He
remember when
looked solid.
remember when he just like dropped that pass? I mean, he just dropped the football.
Picked it up and threw
like
a
briskly
dart.
picked it back up, and he just
I
threw
mean,
a
you
dart.
say Mahomey,
It's like a juju.
you know,
Yeah.
Chris's last name already sounds like something they'd say in those Japanese animes. You know,
Nah.
Olada-kun, uhu.
Good lord. Harrison Bucker didn't miss any field goals. I know that upsets everyone here. And the Denver Broncos
Why
look
should I be
suspect.
expected? He's super straight.
Ooh, you're on to something there.
Hmm.
You're on to something. Yeah, Bo Nix didn't look that good, and the Denver defense didn't look that good, ironically, either. Denver's losing steam, but they won the game. This might have been Travis Kelce's last home game, so there's that.
Yeah, it sure looked like it.
Yeah. I will say this, Chris Oladakun's press conference, he definitely took some notes from Mahomes because he sounded exactly like him, just without the Kermit the Frog voice.
Yeah, I noticed the same thing. Whenever the Cowboys have a backup in that is not Dak Prescott, they still do the "Here we go" cadence.
Yeah. I heard Joe Milton do that a while ago.
It's like they're there in spirit, you know. It's like they're still here with us. It's like they're
Well,
Here we go.
but yeah. Well, now it's time to get into the games that really fucking matter. Or, well, that were close enough. Most of these games, they relatively mattered, except for this one, but that's just because we're saving it for later. Unfortunately, Vikings and Giants is a game that didn't fucking matter. But credit where it's
6
due.
versus 9.
True. Credit where it's due. Jackson Dart had less passing yards this game than Max Brosmer. I don't fucking know.
Look, I have been calling him Maximum Brosmer, uh, mostly as a joke because he is one of those guys that is so ass. It's endearing when he wins.
And this won't be the first time I say this statement, but if JJ McCarthy is in for this entire game, this game is a blowout. This is a surprise tool that will be helping us later.
it's really sad. Like it's really sad that like the really only thing holding the Vikings back is just a quarterback. Like just anyone who is just good at quarterback. Anyone who's just good.
Fuck, if Carson Wentz
Yeah.
is on this team, they're going 10-7. But unfortunately,
I was
sacrificed.
saying to myself, dude, can you imagine if Baker Mayfield was on this team? Holy shit, right?
If Baker Mayfield's healthy on that team, 100%. If Baker Mayfield's injured, you're getting to like early JJ McCarthy, but I still think he could have gotten the job done. Anything is better than Max Brosmer.
Pretty much.
It should be saying like that the Vikings O line is bad, like very bad, very bad.
Yeah.
But
I
I
mean,
will.
that's not exactly new for Baker
Yeah,
Mayfield to run for his life.
Yeah, I mean, he scramble boy. That being said, I will get more into the Vikings on the next game from them.
Yeah. But
because
yeah.
I presume we will be talking about that.
Oh, why wouldn't we? That's gonna be the funniest part about all of this.
Dude, I
now,
can't wait because yeah.
No, it's all good. Another game that has absolutely no implications at all. Falcons versus Jacoby Brissett. I mean the Arizona Cardinals. I mean basically it's the same thing.
It's a game that happened. Like it happened.
Dude, if I'm Jacoby Brissett, I
the-
want to kill someone, dude. How are you stepping in and playing your fucking balls off, and your team is just fucking you over?
Chat, this is like the most exciting quarterback matchup of 2019. Kirk Cousins versus Jacoby Brissett.
Dude, unironically, Jacoby Brissett is wheeling and dealing right now. This dude should be a starter next year. He is
Yeah,
he is dealing.
It's really funny.
It's-
It is really funny that it's fucked up because he's played well, but it's really funny that Jacoby's only win as a starter this year came against the Cowboys.
Look, he's doing
because of
everything
course it
right.
did.
He's tanking the fuck out of this team and looking hyped while doing so. We salute
I-
that.
let me tell you something. If Arizona doesn't offer a new contract, I hope the Vikings do.
I could see him being good there. Honestly, though, I think he may be on a 2-year, but we'll see. I'm too lazy to look it up right now. By the way, guys, Jacoby Brissett has 452 passing yards in one game this season. I wanted to bring
This is-
that up.
That is nasty. That is Rico nasty.
Now, you want to know who doesn't have that, and you want to know who doesn't have anywhere near close to that amount? Not Kirk Cousins, because I remembered he went
Kyler
373
Murray?
against Tampa. Ooh, Kyler Murray, that's good. That's good. I'll jot that down.
Max
By the
Brosberg?
way, Jacoby Brissett is on a 2-year contract, but he does have a potential opt-out after this season. So we'll see what
the fact
happens.
that he's looked significantly better than Kyler Murray, I feel like that's a nail in the coffin for him. That's
yeah,
like
Kyler's done. The thing is,
Yeah,
he didn't even do much even when he was playing well, and his mobility has been shot for a while.
you know the moment I knew the Kyler Murray moment was over? That wild card against LA where he instead of taking the safety like a smart man, he threw the ball right into the hands of a Rams defender who jogged it in for the easiest pick six in the world.
He essentially did the equivalent of a fucking COD trick shot, and turns out you have to be good to do those trick shots. This ain't FaZe Clan, buddy. A pick six on your forehead. Eat shit. But yeah, this team's sad to talk about, but the Falcons are somehow sadder because if this team has a head coach and a quarterback development, they might be playoff bound with how dog shit that division is.
The kicker too.
True. They just have to beat the Panthers once. That's all they had to do. Beat Carolina once and you're in. That's the funniest part.
Unfortunately for them, they slammed their Penix right in the corridor.
Oh my god. Yeah, both these teams are frustrating, but you want to know something funny? Both of these teams don't fucking matter anymore because we're moving on. Up next, we'll get the playoffs versus non-playoff contending teams next. Bills versus Browns was the least yikers of these next couple of games that we'll be talking about.
And somehow,
But
somehow we still have questions about Josh Allen after that.
dude,
Yeah.
why? What
This-
is wrong with this dude? Genuinely.
This Bills team annoys the hell out of me. They really annoy the hell out of me, even when they win.
Look, James Cook had more yards than Josh Allen did passing. James Cook is the only reason why this team is even that stable. In all honesty, I think without him, we're looking at a completely different team.
Yeah.
And also, guys, unfortunately, Myles Garrett only got a half sack.
Aw.
I don't
That's
think
like
I don't know if
that's
that,
like a Lance Armstrong.
I don't even know if it was I don't even know if it should even be counted as one. I don't think it even touched him.
He
I mean,
didn't, but they
I-
said that he insinuated the pressure, so that technically counts because the quarterback fell.
he just knocked him down with his aura. Is that what he's?
Yeah,
is that what
I
he's,
think
is
that's
that
what they're
you're saying?
saying.
Listen, imagine if he broke the record like that. Imagine if he broke the record like that, which is so funny to think about considering how Strahan broke the record.
Dude, Aaron Rodgers is gonna fucking Brett Favre this shit. I just know it. He's gonna give Myles Garrett the
Again,
record first play of the game.
He's gonna get hurt, and then Mason Rudolph is gonna come in, and just out of pure rage, Myles Garrett is gonna just run through that O line just to get his ass again, and then
True.
hit him with the helmet again. He'll do anything. He'll do.
He'll
Dude,
give him the Andre Johnson treatment.
oh god. I do think he will break the record against Pittsburgh, though. That is going to be some much watch shit. Unfortunately, Quinshon Judkins' rookie season comes to an end on a very solid campaign. Considering all the stuff that he went through this year, it's pretty admirable that he was able to have such a pretty good rookie season playing. I don't know, like I think he only played like 12 games ish. I don't quite know.
Either way, the name of Quinshon Judkins really
Billions must rush. Billions.
Billions must run. Um, yeah. Also, Shadur didn't even have that bad of a game either. I can't believe I'm saying that 2 weeks in a row, but he has done quote unquote enough. The only thing that I will say, that pick to Jordan Poyer was insane because I remembered that Jordan Poyer is somehow in this fucking league.
yeah. The for Quinshon Judkins, the fucking ref comes out. There is no flag on the play. Nothing ever happens.
Oh god. Well, Nick, I feel it's very fitting for you to talk about this next game.
I don't. The game itself. There's not as much to really say about it as much as looking forward to what comes after it. But yeah, next game on the docket: Raiders versus Texans, and this was a very interesting game. More interesting than I think anyone could have predicted. From Texans fans to Raiders fans, I don't think anyone was expecting this to be a close game, but it certainly was actually a close game. Um, Texans were off to a bit of a slow start offensively, but they had a pick six on the Raiders thanks to Garrett Stanley Jr. But the Raiders got a touchdown. The Texans were able to get some points because Fairbairn is one hell of a kicker. So Houston's leading, but the Raiders had a lead. The Raiders were leading this
Wait,
game.
oh god, sound the alarms. The Raiders had a fucking lead. Has the
In the
world
third
turned into a
quarter,
black
they had a lead in the third quarter.
That's terrifying. That's terrifying, Nick.
Very terrifying. Very
we
horrifying, actually.
We here are dealing with a Whopper Bowl emergency. Therefore, with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only an emergency, though, because the Texans were able to take care of business. Funny enough, Nico Collins didn't really do much this game, but he did have the biggest catch of the game on that 3rd and 8 after the 2-minute warning, where he made a great catch. And that's all that really matters at the end of the day if you are someone like Nico Collins. But yeah, this was a very ugly performance for Houston, more so offensively, because I definitely think this was not their greatest performance. Granted, Stroud, I'm not really going to blame Stroud that much because he did get things going after the first quarter and so, but they lost some key O linemen, and I know earlier in the season it wouldn't be viewed that much because the Texans O line had a very bad reputation, but they've actually been doing pretty well as of the second half of the season. They've actually really started to form into, an old line that doesn't suck ass and is actually a little bit respectable. But I know they lost two of their starters during this game, and I know they were down some guys in the on defense, especially in the interior. But at the same time, you really don't want to have a close game against a team like the Raiders that's coming off a game where they made the Eagles get all their momentum back. And the only real takeaway, the only important thing to say about this game in particular is Ashton Jeanty is fucking good.
True. Wow.
Like this, it's just that this poor bastard is on the Raiders. Like this, like
Yeah.
Not to mention him, fucking Brock Bowers too, which I feel like this is a nice little intermission to talk about what the Raiders
Let's
have
talk
been
about
doing.
the elephant. Let's talk about the elephant in the room with not just the Raiders.
No, not the
but,
elephant. The bear in the room. Don't you get it, Nick? The bear in the room. Shh. The bear in the room.
let's just get this. Okay, Giants, you come back here. Okay, here we go. So we got the Raiders and the Giants here. They are battling in a game this week. Both of these teams are 2-13, and may I remind you, Kevin Harlan is calling this game.
I see nothing wrong with that. That's a legendary tank pull.
It's a legendary tank bull. I hope he gives
You
us
know
a
how
great
many,
soundbite.
They truly know their audience.
You know how many you know how many edits I've seen on TikTok calling this the game and then setting footage of these teams to Family Ties by Kendrick Lamar I've seen.
Oh god.
God. Yeah, so the Giants, I mean, I know like guys like Thibodeau are on like IR and all that, but like basically a whole lot of their O line's going to be out, and by whole lot of their O line, I mean Andrew Thomas is pretty much done for the season. But the Raiders have also responded with their own set of moves because Brock Bowers is on IR, and as of today, Max Crosby's season is over. And he was not happy about that.
I smell collusion.
I actually smell smoke. I should be probably a bit more concerned with that.
Your smoke alarm
Yeah,
is
yeah.
ticking.
Yeah, there might be a fire going on at Allegiant Stadium right now, but yeah, this is gonna be one of the greatest football games ever played.
But yeah, guys, I think we should also talk about the signs that Max Crosby is going down the same path as Khalil Mack was. Like, I'm just saying, I'm noticing a lot of similarities, and I'm just saying, I'm not saying that that like he's going to be going somewhere, but just in general, guys, if you had to pick a place for Max Crosby to go to, where do you think he's going to be playing next season? Just shot in
Detroit.
the dark.
Detroit.
I'd rather not see that.
I'm sorry.
I can't imagine.
I'm sorry. That's incorrect.
Seeing him in
Loud and
Detroit would
correct, buzzer.
be funny, though.
Look,
Listen, if we want to, you know what? I kind of wish Luke was in here for this because of what I'm about to say. But Max Crosby, he wants to play on a contender. He wants to play for a contender. He wants to get out of here. He wants to play some meaningful football, like anyone in his position would be right now, where you are literally being asked, "Hey, what are your thoughts on tanking?" And you do not want to be a tank commander. You want to go to a contender. What if said contender has a top 10 pick to work with? What if this team has a top 10 pick to work with and are considered by many to be Super Bowl contenders? I am currently suggesting, what if the Rams trade for Max Crosby with the Falcons pick?
Oh,
that would be devious, but that would also be funny as shit.
guys,
I
you know
could
has
see it happening.
You know who has a lot of draft capital?
Who?
The Jets.
Oh man, that MetLife turf gonna do damage on his entire body. I'm sorry.
I think Max Crosby would sign a lifetime contract with the Raiders if it means he doesn't play for the Jets.
Look, man, there's a lot of suggestions, but at the end of the day,
I know
Max
you're
Crosby is gonna
saying
go
the
where he wants to
Bears.
go. Bears. Anywho, now that I got that out of the way and got
Listen,
that
he needs to be where like he could finally be black. You know?
Oh God. Well,
Yeah, pretty much everything I've seen about Vegas is that they are
the road
the Raiders is that they are they are the circus of NFL teams.
Yep.
Yes. Well, speaking of circuses, the Buccaneers played the Carolina Panthers. Baker, just, I get it. You're trying to fight for a playoff spot right now. take it, just take it easy, man. Just go, just relax. This was a lost season. Just give up, dude.
Just
You look
hand the ball off.
terrible.
Just
They're
hand the
still winning.
ball off to Bucky Irving. Just hand the
Hey man,
ball off.
hey man, like there's still a very good chance they can win it. Again, they got to listen, man. What are the Panthers are playing the Seahawks, and the Bucks are playing the who are they who are they
The
playing again? The
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Yep.
So like, and again, like in week 17, in week 18, the Panthers and Bucks are going to face off again. For potentially, it's a win and in situation, unless the Panthers win and the Bucks lose.
Right.
Unless the
Yeah.
But like,
It's just
Tampa's just so hurt, man. Even if they made the playoffs, what are they gonna do? Get fucking walloped by whatever
what are the
juggernaut
Panthers
from
going to do?
the Panthers aren't gonna do anything else. Like I don't like counting teams out because it's cringe to do and everything. But like if they're going to have to go up against either the Seahawks, Niners, or Rams, that's that's not a very favorable matchup for either the Bucks or the Panthers. I think the Rams are going to get their run back if anything. I maybe they beat Seattle and everything, but I don't know.
listen. I'm gonna say what I said last week, and I'm calling it right now because it just feels so. It feels like it would be the most Panthers thing, the most NFC South thing to happen this season. The Panthers have had that cycle continue where they lose one week, they win the next week. They won this past week. They're gonna lose to Seattle this week, and then they're gonna beat Tampa Bay again in Week 18.
The funny thing is Bryce Young had like an okay game too. He didn't even have to do much to beat the Buccaneers. And that's just the crazy part. Such a fucking weird division, man.
Funny
Well,
division.
well, guys. After this, it's just gonna be an NFC North fest for a little bit. This next game, so enjoy it while you can. You're gonna get ready to get NFC North pilled so badly. Sunday Night Football, Patriots Ravens. Guys, I don't care what people say. That Lamar Jackson thing that came out, while damning or not, I don't know who I'm going to trust between the guy who's currently on the hottest seat known to man, in the longest time for a Ravens coach, or the guy that won 2 MVPs. Very hard choice, am I right?
I'm hashtag noticing.
I think it's
Wait.
very obvious. It's very obvious from literally every Ravens fan I've seen. The reports of that, because apparently the guy that reported it, they don't exactly have the greatest history when it comes to their reporting, and pretty much every Ravens fan I've seen has pretty much come to the conclusion that this came from Harbaugh's camp.
Yeah. Look, man. The funniest thing is, I would say Drewski Derrick Henry in terms of this game, but Derrick Henry had a pretty good game. Unfortunately, we cannot Drewski Derrick Henry him yet.
Yeah,
But
fortunately, yeah, man, yeah, Derrick Henry's good. Yeah, Harbaugh should use him more, to be honest.
they should have
You
used
know?
him. They should have used him on that last drive in the fourth quarter.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of how Urban Meyer completely mangled James Robinson during his time in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when they benched him because like he fumbled once, and
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Yeah.
they needed more
I mean, the
touches
funny
for
thi-
Etienne. Don't you get it?
And the crazy thing with Harbaugh is this isn't even like the first report of Harbaugh and his camp having a report like this, because there was a similar report earlier in the year that came out regarding him and the Ravens offensive coordinator Todd Monken, where it really seems like it really seems like, especially with what we've been seeing as of late, that it really seems like they are not exactly in the best. They are not exactly having the best chemistry this season, and it seems like there's not a great relationship between those two, and the fact that we're hearing what we heard about Harbaugh with the Lamar article and the fact that apparently Harbaugh really, really, really likes to defend their defensive coordinator. Um, yeah, it really seems like this whole situation really feels like Harbaugh making a last ditch effort.
A
Yeah.
Hail Mary, if you will.
Look, man, Lamar has issues. We can all sit here and say that. But I don't think Lamar is the issue that's holding the Ravens back currently. And you want to know the funniest part about this game? This did not feel like a very good game for Drake May. Like, he had over
Yeah, like
380
when you're
yards, and it did not feel like it.
when you gotta choose between Lamar Jackson and John Harbaugh, you're gonna choose Lamar. You're gonna choose the 2-time MVP. You know, you're not gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to.
Look, man, it'd be different if Lamar had like glaring flaws because I still see a lot of people run this bullshit that Lamar Jackson is still fucking is like still a Michael Vick-esque player. And I just want to say people who use those comparisons are fucking brain dead because if anyone had a goddamn brain, people would understand that Lamar Jackson was a way better thrower and just a way better in general quarterback than Michael Vick ever was.
You know why? You know why he's so hesitant on throwing? Have you seen the absolute dog shit he's had to work with at wide receiver?
Look, man, all I'm saying is don't mention dogs and Vic in the same sentence. Anywho, Tyler Huntley went into this game and he played efficiently. And
Don't you mean Snoop?
another dog reference. Jesus Christ, God damn it. All I'm gonna say is, you know, Tyler Huntley might be like the best backup quarterback in the NFL. I'm being dead ass when I say that. This motherfucker has not like missed at all. Like, he has missed a grand total of 11 passes this season. Granted, I don't know how many times he attempted passes, but, like, that's still not a lot, and he's played in, like, 4 or 5 games. But, all things considered, in a game where Drake May didn't even really feel like he had a great game and had over a fuck ton of yards, this is once again another classic, the Ravens are fucking annoying.
Also, fuck Art Modell.
Agreed. Well, guys, let's first things first, let's talk about this game and then we'll get into the 2 other games later because in order for this game to happen we have to paint the picture. So, first things first, on Sunday Night Football, not Sunday night, Saturday Night Football, something changed. The Bears finally beat the fucking Packers. Let's fucking go! Yeah!
Hell yeah.
They beat him
Congratulations for you
in
guys.
January.
True, we
I'm
beat them
happy
twice.
for you.
Hey,
We finally
we're,
beat them in Chicago.
Yeah, guys. You guys are 2-1 against the Packers in 2025.
ooh,
Yeah.
Yay.
that has a nice ring to it.
The last time the Bears beat the Packers in Chicago was in 2018 when we won the NFC North.
Yeah.
That was the last time.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, nah, it ain't gonna happen. I have faith. But I will say this. I do want to get something out of the way first. In the game where Jordan Love got hurt in the beginning part of the game, I do want to say 2 things. One, that was roughing the passer. As the rule states in the NFL, that is roughing the passer. Despite Jordan Love seemingly tucking his helmet, and everything, he still shouldn't have led with his helmet in the first place, and Austin Booker did knock out Jordan Love. That happens. That's whatever. Okay. I just want to say this, though. I've seen a lot of people say that if Jordan Love was in the game, it would have had a completely different outcome. And while I agree that the game plan may have changed a bit, it's not like Malik Willis wasn't dealing throughout the entire game. Like, we all saw that he was, right?
Yeah, people who spin that particular yarn about, Jordan Love was in, that's completely disrespectful to Malik Willis.
He's a completely different quarterback.
He's a very good backup.
He's possibly one of the best backups in the NFL.
Like, you have to game plan around his mobility. And you want to know the one
He
thing
was
that they did?
actually giving Chicago the business.
He was fucking scrambling for first downs throughout most of the game, and the one time that he didn't do it, which we'll get into later, like he was getting shit done. Like, look, if Jordan Love's in the game, do I think it's probably going to be a little bit more tense? Agreed. But you want to know something? Chicago couldn't deal with their mobility. Their game plan had to get changed on the fly. The Green Bay had a tactical advantage for like the first fucking like two for like basically the first 2 or so quarters of the game. Afterwards, sure, after the Dobbs touchdown, you could just say whatever. But Willis was doing fine. He did enough to put the team into a situation to win. But as we've seen with a lot of other of these games in Chicago, the game is never over. But first, let's get through the rest of it. Ben Johnson did not have a good first half. It was another half of where they got a little too cute, gave up a potential touchdown in the beginning, and then the Bears defense clenched on for the first half. Second half comes by, Bears offense doesn't really get anything going. They get a field goal and such. Then the Dobbs touchdown happen. Bears kick a field goal. Packers kick another field goal. A lot of good defensive showcasing. Now, I feel like I want to just say this now. I feel like the whole entire game changed after the 15-yard face mask penalty on Caleb Williams. That's where everything kind of shifted. And from there on, Bears kick a field goal. And when was the last time we recovered an onside kick? It was against Minnesota, right? Last year?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they recovered the onside kick, which is crazy.
Thank you.
Because Romeo
because
Dobbs
turned into Brandon Bostic.
He bosticked it. He
Yep. And then, of course, Bears go down the field with ease. 4th and 6, by the way. I just want to
not
clarify
necessarily
that.
with ease. Not necessarily with ease. It took the fourth down to get that touchdown.
Right,
It
yeah,
took- it took
but
the-
with a lot of grit. I meant to say, with a lot of grit, they drive down the field, and on a 4th and 6,
On a 4th and 6, they did a play action pass, and somehow, just Keyshawn Nixon was just completely fooled. He was complete.
true. Hell of a catch by Jade Walker, though. The only thing that I can clarify it is earlier in the game, they said that Caleb Williams, it says that he's a lot like Stephen Curry, and he just throws
He can
up
make any
all-
throw.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
honestly,
that was against his body too. That was a hell of a throw. That was like
Yeah.
that's a hard throw to
Absolutely.
make, and that's a hard throw to have it so no one's in that area. And also to Jade Walker, that's a fucking hard ball to track down when you're having to get both feet down in bounds. And I'm just gonna say this: I know the three of us saw the celebration in the preseason, but oh my god,
Preseason?
that is one of the cleanest celebrations of all time.
Listen,
Fucking
man.
clean.
Listen,
Oh, yeah.
man, I was such a fan of in the preseason. Like I hoped we can see that once this year. The fact that it turned out to be this moment, like that makes it all the better. Honestly, that makes it all
Like
the
the fact that it's the undrafted rookie that's able to get that catch, to get that touchdown. It's so special.
True. And the funniest thing is too, he was being brought up in this game and having to start because we were down Luther Burden and DJ Moore. So as a undrafted free
Roma
agent,
Dunze. You mean
yeah, Roma Dunze.
You mean Rome?
Yeah. By the way, this guy was homeless. This guy was homeless to start the season. Our
Not
even
undrafted
homeless.
free agent got the
You had to crash at Caleb's house because he didn't have a house. He didn't have
Yeah,
a house.
just like, yeah, you know what he did? He went to the Packers defense and was like, "Excuse me, can you please let me have this touchdown? I'm kind of homeless."
Please, Keyshawn, I need this. I'm kind of homeless. I live with my quarterback. I want to help him out. Keyshawn, why you blowing your coverage, bro? That's disrespectful as shit, bruh. The fuck is wrong with you, bruh? Stop blowing your coverage, bruh. And all this to cap off what I can only be described as chromatic justice because earlier in the game, DJ Moore got a cheap shot from Keyshawn Nixon where he basically drove his helmet right at the unprotected side of his body and basically crunched up his ribs. And what I could only be
No
called
flag.
yeah.
No flag for that, by the way.
And
Nope.
also, on a same play where Keyshawn Nixon was one-on-one with DJ Moore and was covering his entire fucking body up, he was basically tackling him before he even got the ball. With hands all around him, DJ Moore catches one of the prettiest fucking moon balls I think I've ever seen from a Bears quarterback and wins the game on a walk-off. I don't think
Like, listen, that was like, yeah.
I don't remember I
ahead.
think I've ever seen the Bears win a walk-off touchdown. That was all.
It's been a while. Like, I don't
It's been a long
like
time.
like seeing like Caleb just like chuck it deep. Like I was praying it like it would land, man.
I felt
Like
in my
seeing it
bones when
right.
that ball went whee, that it was gonna be a touchdown. It was one of those games where you just know that's how it's ending.
Like right in the breadbasket of DJ Moore. Like that was incredible. Like that was one of the best throws I've ever seen from a Bears quarterback. That was
football.
To be fair,
That
that's
was
not very
football
stiff
perfection
competition,
right
but
there.
still.
Also,
Like that was football perfection.
Also, shoutouts to Kyle Monangai for once again getting the angry run scepter. I love my Rutgers running back who runs over motherfuckers. He never looks happy whenever he gets the scepter. He just always looks eternally like someone woke up and told him Santa didn't exist. He just constantly has that face on where it's like,
Yeah, I
I'll
love
show you.
I love watching him. I love watching him run angry and watching the C come off his helmet.
No, man, I remember the first Packers game where he fucking blasted Edgerrin Cooper's helmet off his goddamn body. Like, the fucking
I love
helmet
when
chipped off.
I love when, like that one check down where he grabbed it and he just like just ran through like a defender's body.
True.
It just like
I
right
love
across
him.
right across the ashes. Like just right through the
We love him here. But, yeah. Also, DeAndre Swift, tell you what, you can live in Chicago another year. You've redeemed yourself. We haven't said that a lot, but you want to know what? You redeemed yourself. Congratulations.
It really
Yeah, I remember.
I think a lot of the success is like a lot of it is due to the O line because this O line is like significantly like improved from last year.
Packers got no sacks.
Yeah. Yeah,
The Green Bay no sackers.
Unfortunately, that hurts because Micah Parsons is hurt. So like, there goes your leader. There goes your.
You know who else probably doesn't have a sack anymore? Matt LaFleur. That dude looks like he is patient zero for a vasectomy.
Jesus. Well,
By the way, hold on. This was such an incredible game. I don't remember the last time I have jumped that many times watching a touchdown like I did the DJ Moore touchdown.
You weren't there. I called my mom. About this.
Yeah.
I called.
You were the only
Oh,
one in
man.
the group chat. I mean, in the VC that we do when this. Me and Nick just were watching it with our families.
I don't know. I think Spencer was there. I don't remember.
Spencer
though.
was, I think.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. I will say
Except
another line.
I'm not usually a Bears fan.
Yeah, but I will say an underlying hero in this game really kept the Bears in it until, the magic we saw in those final 2 minutes. And we've all criticized them a lot this season for very good reasons. But shout out Cairo Santos. He delivered.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of the windiest like nights. It was one of the windiest games like that was in recent history. So and he just kicked it right through the wind. Like that was incredible.
Yeah. Another thing I wanted to say too as well, the Bears had over 105 yards in penalties this game too. Granted, I will say, like, probably this was one of the more fair games I would say in terms of penalties because I don't think
they are like the top 3 like penalized like teams in the NFL, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Like, we're still getting penalties up the wazoo, and we're winning. If this team cleans some of that shit up, and most of them are just, like, pre-snap penalties, dude, this team's gonna be really fucking good. But I do
Yeah.
want to
I think they lead the league in false starts. I think they
probably, but I do want to check on Green Bay real quick, because there was a lot of weird things going on. So, Josh Jacobs did not play a single snap on the offense in the fourth quarter, but he was on the field for one play. You want to know what that play was? The
What's
onside
that,
kick.
bruh?
Huh.
It's just kind of funny. That's something I want to bring up. But Josh Jacobs did not look very healthy this game. He was playing very hurt. And also Packers lost another weapon. But all this is to say, this was a very fun game, and it's nice to be on the
Oh
other
yeah,
side for
Malik
once.
Willis got injured too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because of his shoulder. Which I guess we'll bring this up now. Jordan Love is currently out against Baltimore tomorrow, so you know what that means, guys? We're getting a fucking Snoop Huntley versus Malik Willis tomorrow. If that's not peak football, then I don't know what the fuck is.
This
Anyhow,
might be like this may genuinely be like the worst like holiday slot like of all time.
and
Like,
it's
this, like,
peak, and it's peak too. I have been entertained. Also, did I just see that right? Fucking Keontae George just hit a game winner against the goddamn Detroit Pistons.
Yep. Yep, he did.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch that with a 20-foot pole. We're gonna be here forever if we do. But time for our second to last game.
Did you see that? Did you see that Jalen Smith posterized Embiid?
Could you send that in general? Because I would like to see that. But yeah, time to talk about Steelers versus Lions, and then after this, I will paint the picture. Lions did not deserve to win this game flat out. Let's all be 100% here. They had no reason
Agreed.
to deserve to win this game. And I'm going to go as far
Agreed.
to say I don't think they got screwed. I don't think they got anything wrong with them. They did not deserve to win this game because you want to know why? Aaron Rodgers went back into Ford Field and showed them why they're his bitch. He just did. This was his best
Like
game all
he will
season.
never he will forever terrorize the NFC North. Like even in his like sleep. Like even like years after retirement, like he'll just be there. Like he'll just be
Oh no, you want to know the funniest part is he had a classic Aaron Rodgers like miracle ball to I can't even say it's a nobody because like obviously Kenneth Gainwell is a nobody, but the closest thing that I could say
like
to that touchdown catch to Kenneth Gainwell was the Jared Cook catch between Packers Cowboys in the
that was
championship
okay.
in the divisional.
That was like a hell of a catch by Gainwell though. Like
Right.
that was hell of a
Yeah.
catch. That was like he dove for that ball. It somehow like landed right in his hands. Like either that was just that was just perfect like perfect reception from Rogers, or just like or like it was like poetry, man. It was
Yeah,
like
I honestly, it's a little bit of luck and a little bit of skill and a whole lot of
I,
what the fuck
I
ever.
think
The
that just
fact that he
I think
wasn't
that just
touched
shows
is
how
more incredible.
And
I think it just
100%
shows
reason
like
to remember the name.
He's got one more in him. He's got one more in him.
I think it just shows like the magic that the Steelers will have to go 9-8 every single year. Like they are determined to get to that finish line of 9-8.
Not
They're
to
determined.
not to mention too, there was defensive pass interference on that play, so he was getting fucking shanked in the back alley during that entire fucking throw, and he still got a touchdown off it. And ironically enough, I think if he doesn't get that touchdown, this game is probably completely different. But I'll get into why that's completely different. Also, by the way, I love Isaac Tesla. I hate this motherfucker too at the same time. This motherfucker is DEI Devonte Adams. I don't care. All he does is catch dumbass touchdown passes. He has like two catches for a game, and one of them's for a touchdown damn near every time. Also, he jumps way too
Speaking
high.
of wide receivers, DK Metcalf had a crash out today.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll okay. I'm gonna say this now. At first, I thought DK Metcalf was being a cancer like usual, But after all the stuff that's been coming out recently, I think we can all firmly say that this was oddly justifiable. Like, obviously, he shouldn't be
Wasn't he
punching
like
fans, but, like, he was a stalker, I think.
I don't.
apparently? Yeah, apparently like
Ew.
it was a guy who was like following him. Like it was weird. Like what was up with that? Like
Not to
Yeah, I'm
mention,
gonna be honest. Like I hate to I hate to be the fence sitting cuck here, but like the way I've seen it, like there's definitely things where DK said that like people saw the video and that did not happen, but there's also things where the fan has not done himself any favors, and some of the things he has said, which he should not have said, has not made things look any better in terms of how
at the same
he
yeah.
looks against DK.
At the same time, you gotta act like a professional, man.
I
Like
do.
you
100%.
gotta act like you've been
Absolutely.
here.
100%.
Especially in the same city, where, Malice at the Palace happened, and you know damn well you don't want a repeat of something like that
Waterfest.
happening.
Yeah, it's just. All I'm gonna say is, I think in the case of, like, who's right and who's wrong, I'm like 60-40 in the case of DK Metcalf. Because, not gonna lie, I was like 50-50 today, and then I saw the video of that douchebag fucking on there saying all this bullshit. Nah, man, you're a fucking douchebag. Get the fuck off the internet and never show your goddamn face again. We don't fucking care
And
about your bullshit.
I said this earlier, and I'll say it again. If he was not the defensive coordinator of Ohio State, I would have assumed that was Matt Patricia.
Yeah.
I've often said that
The backwards cap, all he's missing is the pencil.
I've always said that Matt Patricia is a perfect fit for the Detroit Lions because
He
they're
always had
both
like pencil for like laminated sheets of paper for laminated sheets of paper.
he's always the guy that's trying to start a fist fight outside of a B-dubs
The guy who
in suburban Detroit.
The guy who made the guy who made their players play out in the cold when they play in a dome.
Look, he
when they play in
he definitely tells his kids to suck it up, Buttercup, and to stop whining about their mental health.
Like he's the same people like saying back in their day, like no one had autism, you know.
Back
Like
in
no one
my
had
day, no one had autism. We
No, he's
just
the
had
kind of guy
good
that's
old
like,
classic. Nope, can't say that.
you just sucked it up like a pussy.
Yeah.
What it is he's the kind of guy who like complains about all the players' safety measures, and then it's the same guy who was like, I would have gone to pro if I didn't get fucking hurt at state.
Sure, buddy. Look, man.
Back in my day, CTE was just a concept.
Look, man, I don't believe in
He
no
goes just with all
CTE. It's just some
your head,
government
man.
made. It's just some government made
Like
disease.
I like listen, man. I
make
went
you vote
to
for
Aiden
Biden.
Ross's stream with Cooper Nakua. I like that young boy. I like that young.
He looks like that boy looked like Eddie Van Halen.
Oh God. But yeah. Back to the game. Despite that happening, the game totally flipped. Ironically, when the Steelers fumbled the ball at the 1 yard line of Detroit, ironically enough, I think we found out how to stop Darnell Washington. You fucking ripped the ball from him. But there's a
Like he's like such a tank. Like he's such a juggernaut. Like the only problem is that you just gotta like force it through. You just gotta like punch the ball like right away.
Look, man. If he gets hands, it's over for the league. But after that, incomplete pass, 2-yard catch, and Dan Campbell, with the brilliant mind of someone who thinks that he's a brilliant play caller, with the monkey symbols clapping in his head, decides to throw the fucking ball on 3rd and 8 at your own 5. Turns out you can just send a safety, and that's a fucking. You could just send a safety for a safety Send a safety for a safety. God fucking damn it.
Send a blitz.
Yes, the safety blitz for a safety from a safety. That who fucking cares? The Steelers got a safety.
Okay?
That's all that matters.
Are you having a stroke?
No, I'm
Are you
fine.
having a stroke?
But yeah, there's a safety on the play, 12-10 Lions. Lions have to get the ball back, and and guess what? Steelers go all the way down the field to kick. Guys, it is 4th and 5 on the Detroit 5. You want to know what the Steelers do?
They kick it.
Yep, because they don't fucking want to go for it. We have the battle of too conservative versus too
Too woke.
aggressive. True.
Yeah, Mr. Conservative versus gambling addiction.
On the next drive for the Lions, incomplete pass, false start, incomplete pass, punt. That guys, I just want to bring this up because this is going to be great use later. On the next drive, you want to know what happens? 5 yard rush from Gainwell, 6 yard catch to Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 5 yard catch for DK Metcalf, and Jaylen Warren goes on a 45-yard scamper towards the end zone, 22-10. So now Detroit goes down the field again, and they get a 27-yard touchdown to Khalif Raymond. Now, guys, do you think that's fine or whatever? Detroit's finally getting back in it. Next drive for Pittsburgh, 10-yard rush. Then there's a block in the back, so that pushes them back 10 yards. On the next play for 1st and 20, Steelers convert on first down. Yeah, they just convert on first down, and then right after that, Jaylen Warren goes on another 45-yard scamper. It is now 29-17. I just want to let you guys know, Detroit thought they should have won this game. After that, Detroit drives all the way down the field for a Jahmyr Gibbs catch, which, by the way, guys, you want to know how many rushing yards Jahmyr Gibbs had this game?
How many?
Take a guess.
0?
2. And also, this is a good time to say, the Detroit Lions had 15 rushing yards. 15! 1-5. But they should have won this game, by the way. Back on that, after that, the Steelers drive down the field, and they have it in field goal range for a 37-yarder. Boswell normally doesn't miss these, and he misses the kick. Okay, so we're going down to the final drive where there's a negative 3-yard rush, incomplete pass. Just short of the first down is Zelytra, and then there's a defensive pass interference that is very ticky-tacky on Kyle Duggar. It's a bang-bang play, but he did hit him early. You could call that PI. After that, there's a 15-yard penalty for a tripping call, and with that, Detroit is now at their 34, and they keep on driving down the field. Now, this is where things get a little crazy. Amon-Ra St. Brown gets a 24-yard catch to get inside the Steelers' 12. Incomplete pass to Tesla. Tesla is just 1 yard short of the end zone, and immediately after, he commits a offensive pass interference that is kind of ticky-tacky, which is whatever. 10-yard penalty, it happens, but then Detroit false starts. So now instead of having the ball at the 1 yard line, they have now found themselves back at the 16-yard line. Afterwards, 7-yard catch, 2 incomplete passes, and on the final play of the game, Amon-Ra St. Brown goes out, pushes a receiver off, and then catches the ball outside of the end zone, who laterals it back to Jared Goff, who goes in for the touchdown. The ruling on the field is the touchdown. However, offensive pass interference, Amon-Ra St. Brown. By rule, there's no extra play. Steelers enforce the penalty, and the game is over. Now, a lot of that just seemed like bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was high class shenanigans.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say this now. Detroit didn't deserve to win that game, guys. I don't know about you, but like from the sounds of it, Detroit had times to stop the Steelers, who have been terrible on offense so far this year, and they didn't. But I don't know about you.
It really is funny to hear that ruling on the field, like the ruling on the field was a touchdown. However, the play doesn't count. We can't review it. Go fuck yourself. Lions lose. The game's over.
Have a nice day.
Oh no. My favorite part about it too is Jared Goff went up to the fucking refs being like, "Hey man," trying to plead his case. And my entire time I'm going like, "Dude, get the fuck away from them. Quit trying to do this bullshit." I hate it when people go up to refs and try to bitch and moan the call. Like it's not going to help you at all.
I think the funny thing,
Especially
you know what
when,
the
like-
funny, I think the funniest part about that play, for me, well, not the funniest part, because the ref the ref fucking over Detroit is the funniest part without question. But what's so funny is, in all honesty, I'm kind of, you know, I'm a little glad. I'm a little glad that offensive pass interference got called, because there's an argument to be made that play should have been blown dead.
Oh yeah, it should have.
Yeah,
That-
like, I mean, if it was reviewable, like they probably would have done it, but unfortunately it wasn't, and the game was over. Like it's just
the ruling on a field is a touchdown. However, you guys won't get out of my fucking face and leave me alone as I'm trying to decipher this call. So
I
as
also find it funny,
punishment,
like how
you all get coal. Go fuck yourself. Santa isn't real. Game is over.
Hey, speaking of
Like, it's-
Santa,
I found it really funny, like as well, like because like in the stadium, like Lions fans were cheering, like they probably didn't even know like the Lions lost until they got home, you know.
Yeah, you hear the loud cheer, and then the loud boos.
Yeah, it took like 2 minutes for the booze to come. It took them 2 minutes to realize that. I think I would be pretty keen on a call like that personally. But
To be fair, when you start off the call with the ruling on the field as a touchdown, you kind of try to tend to tune everything else out.
you kind of set yourself up for failure, if you ask me, if you do that.
yeah. But you know, Detroit's used to failure. But you know what? That's one game.
Is
It's not
there
the end of their season.
One more game.
Yes, there is one
Yeah,
more.
they
But
just gotta wait until Christmas,
yes.
and so they can beat Max. So they can try to beat Max Brosmer. Shouldn't be that
Oh,
hard.
So let's
Is-
paint the picture real
Is this
quick.
the?
Let's paint the picture real quick. So with the Packers
No.
losing and the Lions losing, the Bears have automatically clinched the playoff spot. I think the Bears clinch anyway if they won, but it doesn't really matter. So the Lions clinch the playoff. The Lions lose the game, but it doesn't matter. Now they need a little bit of help. They need the Packers to lose out, and they need to win out. Granted, you have to control what you can control first. But, you know, at the end of the day, it shouldn't be that hard to beat the Vikings, right?
If I may, as a Vikings fan, everybody knows about JJ McCarthy's alter ego, how he's 9. Did you know that Jared Goff also has an alter ego? Yeah, Jared Goof.
I thought he was the Goofster, like for the Riddler, but like the Goofster. Like
yeah.
9-man versus Goofster. That's perfect.
Yeah, they got 9 versus the Goofster. Yeah. And I gotta say, as a Vikings fan, I am very happy with. Even though I know we made our draft position worse, you know, Brosman didn't look all good that game. We need to work on quarterback. Blah 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 blah. Go fuck yourself. We won that game, and I think that really inspired confidence in the defense, and
Wait,
you know, for
Spencer.
the team moving forward.
Wait, Spencer, you guys won that game? But
We did.
But I was told that this was an easy win for Detroit. I was told that the Vikings are dog shit. I was told all this bullshit. So
Well, guess how many? Unfortunately, Jared Goff had a 6-7 game, meaning he turned the ball over 6 times and got sacked 7 times.
oh, that's not good. But surely that Jahmyr Gibbs had a good game, right?
No, the Vikings figured out this really cool thing in the first matchup where if you choke the run out, that's pretty much a free win against the Lions.
Oh.
Take notes, everybody else.
Or Jordan
Although it also
Jordan
really-
Jordan had a better running better day than Jahmyr Gibbs.
Although it does, I will say it does help when you have possibly the best defensive coordinator walking the planet right now.
Should be a head
I'm
coach.
just gonna.
He's
Could be.
gonna be a
Could
new.
be.
He's gonna
Would
be.
be.
He's low key. He's probably gonna be Baltimore's new head coach. Let's
If
be
they
real
fire
here.
him, but I'm not sure. He still has that
Um,
lawsuit and everything. But go ahead, Spencer.
Yeah. Yes. Flores once again whipped out his BBC, and Andrew Van Ginkel had a game. Fucking Jonathan Grenard had a game. Eric Wilson, a guy from the Packers practice squad, he has 6.5 sacks on the season. Where did that come from?
No clue.
A couple of records were broken in this game too. Justin Jefferson surpassed Randy Moss for most receiving yards in the first 6 seasons of your career. So that was cool. Furthermore, Harrison Smith joins the illustrious 40-20 Club, which is a club of only 3 people who have ever gotten 40 plus interceptions and 20 plus sacks. In the modern era, it is only Harrison Smith, Rondé Barber, and Charles Woodson. I'd say that's pretty good company.
Agreed.
He's definitely on his way to Canton. Maybe probably not first ballot, but definitely gonna be in Canton within our lifetimes.
Also, shout out Blake Cashman. Fucking 17 sacks on the day.
I don't think it was 17
Not
sacks,
17,
but
17 tackles, my bad. But
Jared Goff got tackled so hard he had himself believing he was 17. He was 16.
Wait, Spencer, surely in a game like this, Max Brosmer had a pretty good game, right? Right?
No!
Surely he. I mean, 9 for 16 for 51 yards isn't too bad for a guy that was a UDFA and probably shouldn't be in the NFL. In all honesty,
I think the Michael Jordan gif in general really sums it up right now.
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh, let me take a look.
Oh no. Oh.
Yeah, that's about it. Oh my god. Yeah.
By the way, how many times did Max Brosmer get sacked?
Also 7.
Jesus Christ! This motherfucker was getting killed every other play. Granted, half of them were probably his fault. Don't.
Oh yeah, like both of these teams' O lines are like completely dead. Like,
yeah. We need to do something at center again. Because
your center's out.
Ryan Kelly keeps getting concussed, and unfortunately, this is a really shitty draft for inside O linemen. So yeah, probably shouldn't have let Garrett Bradbury go, especially since he's doing what he's doing in New England.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was probably the worst quarterback performance I've seen from a winning quarterback since Matt Barkley in that one game where he played on the Buffalo Bills.
Bro. Oh my.
Do you guys remember the Matt Barkley game?
The Matt Barkley versus fucking, was it Sam Darnold or was it Joe Flacco?
I think Spencer, was it against the Jets?
It was. Yeah, it was against the Jets over. Yeah,
It was either Darnold or Flacco. Then it was either Darnold.
Yeah, it was.
Actually, no,
It-
Flacco was still in Baltimore at that point, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah, Flacco was warming the bench for Lamar Jackson.
It was, oh my fucking god. It was Josh McCown.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Another game I heard being brought up as far as worst QB performance in a win. People say this is the worst one this side of the Bears are who we thought they were game.
Hmm.
Dude,
Well, one of them made a Super Bowl, so one of them
look.
made it to a Super Bowl.
Oh my god. You know what? Can we talk about fucking Jared Goff real quick?
I'm just saying, Rex Grossman, Max
tired.
Grossman sound pretty close to each other.
This motherfucker is a bum. He sucks. Quit trying to say that he's this fucking great quarterback. Oh, he wheels and deals. Oh, he does this. Turns out, when you check down 90% of the fucking game, you get good stats. Look at what fucking Tom Brady did. But at least Tom Brady made clutch throws in the fourth quarter. You want to know what Jared Goff is? He has all the negative attributes that people say about Tom Brady. He checks down. He fucking waits 30 million years to throw the ball. He's slightly mobile. He is more mobile Tom Brady that can't be clutch in the fourth quarter. He sucks.
No,
You
he was
know
horrible.
why?
He was horrible this game. Absolutely
You know
horrible.
why people get? You know why people keep giving him a break? It's because he's a slightly less attractive Ryan Gosling.
True.
But I just imagine like a picture of Ben Johnson and would just like miss me yet as like the caption as like
True.
Yeah.
But
I'll say this about Goff. This was one of the worst games of his career.
this was worse than the Texans game. Like, genuinely.
This was up there with the Super Bowl performance against New England, the game against the 2018 Bears. This was right up there. I mean, now I'm going to say this about Goff. I do not think Goff is like the problem with this team. There are so many fucking problems with this team, and I think anyone trying to say, oh, trading Goff would fix this. No, it fucking isn't, because this Lions team has so many fundamental problems right now, and Goff is a fine enough quarterback to where I feel like that does not change anything for that. This game he was fucking horrible though, absolutely horrible.
I just want to say like this the Lions needed this. The Lions needed like this reality check, you know.
They did. They needed a kick in the ass.
Like they you could just smell the arrogance coming from this team, like from the players to the coaches to the fan base. Like it was reeking of arrogance. Like they haven't had this moment in several lifetimes, and they don't. And now like they're close to being in the exact same shit.
Oh no, this is definitely.
Does that sound coherent to you?
Yeah, I'm just saying, I think, in my opinion, this has been a real, like, are you a man or are you a mouse? And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. Dan Campbell, I'm sorry, man, and I hate bringing up this former head coach comparison, but I saw the presser that he had that the Lions posted on Twitter. He's pulling out the Matt Nagy ifs and the ifs and whys. Like he's pulling out
he's pulling out
the Leslie Frazier. We're looking at the film.
He's doing every cliche in the book, man. Like it's not looking good. He's not looking.
Dude, the Nagy-isms are off the chart.
Yeah, I will say what I have said many times already. The Lions this season have needed a kick in the ass, from the roster to the front office to the coaching. This has been a kick in the ass that has been inevitable, and the Lions, in the wise words of a famous comedian, You get what you fucking deserve.
True.
And this team got what they fucking deserve. And I want to say there are multiple things I will want to say about Detroit. I'll say this about Dan Campbell. I still think he's a good coach, but he needs to evolve. He needs to evolve from what he is currently at right now, because it feels like he's really this season in particular. There were two big things I noticed with this Lions team. And one of them is the fourth down gambles were not working as well. And
Thank
you
you.
look at a
Thank
game
you.
like the Eagles game, you look at the Steelers, you look at other games. There are times where those fourth down gambles where, and this is the rule of the law with fourth downs, you convert them, you're a fucking genius. If you don't convert them, you look like a dumbass. And that's the law. That's the rule you play by. And Detroit has always played by those rules under Dan Campbell. And this season, they're paying the price for it.
I just want to say real quick, Detroit has lost by 2 possessions in 3 games this year. One of them being against the Jordan Love led Green Bay Packers in Lambeau. The other one being the the Patrick Mahomes led Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead, and finally, the Max Brosmer led Minnesota Vikings.
So what you're saying is Max Brosmer is elite.
Maybe, but there is one last thing I want to say. If you want to know Detroit's season in a nutshell, ever since the first Minnesota game in November, this team has been 3-9. Has won 3 of their last 9.
3 and come again now?
3 of their last 9. This team started 5-2 and are now at 8-8 territory. You can blame everyone you want, but at the end of the day, this is an entire team collapse. There is no one sole thing to blame. You can't blame losing Ben Johnson. You can't blame losing Aaron Glenn. And I'm going to flat out say it. I don't care that you were injured. Everyone else is injured. The Bears lead the league in most games missed via player injuries. The Packers just lost their best edge rusher of the season and just lost their starting quarterback to a concussion. JJ McCarthy was out most of the season with a concussion, and fucking they lost Carson Wentz, probably their best quarterback on the roster for a good bit, after due to a sacrifice. The 49ers have nobodies on defense. You are not zoned out from injuries. You are not special from them. Everyone deals with them. Yes, you lost both
except
your
the Raiders.
True.
They're somehow the least injured team,
They're
and they're
ethical ass.
just
ethical ass.
ethical
Yes,
ass.
they were ethical ass.
But yes, back on topic. This team, I don't care. You were hurt. Injuries happen. Good teams overcome them. And look at all the good teams this season. And it's not even like you were as bad as last year. Last year, you lost Aiden Hutchinson within like the first couple of weeks of the season. That's huge. This year, it took to like week 11 or week 12 to lose both of your starting safeties. Yes, you're a little bit hurt. You're dinged up. It happens. But you're not hurt enough to the point where you should be losing these games. If you were out Jared Goff and starting, who's even their backup? Kyle Allen or something?
Yeah,
Kyle
Kyle
Allen.
Allen.
Kyle Allen. If you were starting Kyle Allen this game, sure. Fine, I guess. But no. Everyone on that offense was healthy. Everyone, except Sam Laporta. My bad. Everyone on that defense outside of the safeties and like 1 or 2 of the cornerbacks were healthy. I don't care.
I'm sorry,
This
but
is not excuse.
I'm sorry, but this offense is not a Sam Laporta away from contention.
Yeah. Like, if Sam Laporta is what's holding you guys back, I think that says a lot more about the weapons around you than it does anything else. And if Dan Campbell can't, like, play call himself out of it, then you have just immediately shown a flaw to the NFL that Dan Campbell cannot play call. He cannot.
Yeah.
I think
I feel like
that's another
it's not
important
important.
point. That's another important point, actually.
I feel like I feel like it's not a coincidence that like the free fall kind of started when Dan Campbell started taking over calling plays. I
Yeah.
feel
And granted, I can understand why they did it because the John Morton experiment was not going to plan. But there's a reason. There's a reason. There's so many coaches, and granted, there are some coaches who can succeed at being a coach and a play caller, and others who don't. And some of the greatest coaches never play call. But I think it's pretty clear to see Dan Campbell is a coach. He is not a play caller.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. I said this in the group chat earlier. Um, it's the same thing in 2015. Dan Campbell, he has all the heart, but he doesn't know shit about the X's and the O's.
And that's fine. You can be a good vibes guy and still do stuff
I
in
think
the
I think that
playoffs.
I think I think all I think all the like the more failed down fourth down conversions really showed that like Dan Campbell can't do it all himself, you know? Dan
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yeah, and
like
that's fine. Not
Payne has been
everyone's
done
gonna be able to
bad.
do it. Not everyone's gonna
Yeah,
be able
I
to
mean,
do it by
shoot,
themselves.
that's why Kevin O'Connell has Brian Flores, and they work together in tandem so often.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's it's just, I think the big thing is like, injuries happen, Spain's didn't go to plan with coordinators, but like even considering the injuries, you should not have been bad enough to where you go from having the best record in football, and granted, you got eliminated in the divisional round, but still, best record in football to missing the playoffs. The amount of injuries you had, and granted, there's injuries here, but the amount of injuries that you had does not excuse that free fall. It just doesn't. But there is a big thing. There is one big thing that I think regarding Dan Campbell, regarding the Lions organization, and just regarding, the philosophy. What the Lions are going to do going forward. Because there is something I got to ask them. I noticed this as the season went on, and I think it is probably a question that any Lions fan should be asking in terms of the fallout of this season. What happened to the grit and toughness of this Detroit Lions
I
team? Because
100% agree.
Yeah,
this is the team. This is the team that was built on biting kneecaps. This was built on that. This started with that. And then it built into more and more things. It built to being more, aggressive, but also still keeping that physical mentality
I
and that grit and grind mindset. And simply put,
again I
I was not there
it's
this year.
my theory is that again arrogance got to them. Like I saw it all throughout that year. Like
okay.
remember that Chiefs game where like players were talking about how like shit was rigged for the Chiefs despite losing by like 2 scores. Like
Yeah.
like like you saw like with players like talking shit about teams like saying that they aren't that good. Like you can't like you saw with the fans like they put up that billboard again about saying how they were robbed, and
Mhm.
despite the fact that it was the right call. It was textbook
It was.
OPI. It was
That it
Here's
was.
the
I think just being the top like the talk of the town, like I think it went through everyone's head. I think that's my theory. That's my
What was your
uh,
theory, Spencer?
um, you're gonna hate me for saying this, Tegan, but if if 2023's um if 2023 season was the Slim Shady LP and this and 2024 was the Eminem show, this was definitely Encore.
Oh no, this
Like
isn't even encore. I'd argue and go as far to say this is like recovery levels of expectations. Like, because this was such a surprise drop that it pissed everyone off. But I 100% agree with Nick, and I said it when they lost this game. What happened to biting kneecaps and fuck the world, everything goes through Detroit. What happened to that? Because all I see right
Yeah.
now are a bunch of fucking whiny little crybabies who can't get over themselves. If you can't get over a couple of calls or a little bit of adversity now, just because you finally get a little bit of the limelight and everyone's behind your back, you don't fucking deserve it. You're not lovable losers. You are just losers. 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 And I could dig. And I'm going to dig into this team. Unfortunately, I don't really want to now because I have something in plan for this, but I am just going to say this right now. To quote someone, I saw a tweet today, and I'm just going to reference my own tweet because people seem to agree with me with this. Someone said, someone responded to a repost saying, "We won't be running shit in January, bitch." And then someone responded with a Detroit fan saying, "Why does every fan base in the NFL hate us?" And then I go this. Finally becomes good, stops acting fake humble, starts talking reckless, starts acting like dipshits, whines about refs, blames fall on injuries, takes no accountability in losses, loses to Max fucking Brosmer. Why are we hated by everyone? Pick relevant. And you want to know the pick that I chose? I chose Eric Andre, who shot Hannibal Buress. That's the season in a nutshell. Fucking.
I don't know. Maybe,
It really is.
maybe, I don't know, man. Maybe it's different for me because like you guys deal with like internet Lions fans and uh, in-person Lions fans aren't as bad. And also my mom's a Lions fan, so I have to give her a bit of grace. And
That's fair. I'm
but
not saying.
even she, yeah, yeah, even she is like, yeah, what happened here? It's like I'm watching somebody like Matt Patricia or Jim Caldwell coaching again. Um,
Look,
yeah, and
And if I may add one more thing, because I think it was more noticeable as the season went on. And I think the biggest trend of the Lions really losing their grit and grind mindset was it really felt like a lot of the time this year they were losing the trenches a lot more. And if you want to just look at something as basic as like, seeing where things really went wrong, I think the trend of the Lions run game really struggling in the second half of the season showed that they had lost their toughness.
I think part of that is because they whiffed on their guard pick. Um,
yeah.
Tate, I mean Tate Ratledge. I like making fun of the guy because he looks like the love child of Meat Canyon and Adolf Hitler. Um, he- he's awful in run protection.
Yeah, like and that's the thing. You can't be bad at that in a offense that is mostly centered around the fact that you need to run through a motherfucker's face. And when you can't do that, nuh-uh, bye-bye, that ain't gonna work. Detroit, again, I get it. Things happen and things don't go their way. But how do you excuse this? 6 turnovers and forcing 0 on offense. I mean, enforcing 0 on defense. Flat out, this was the worst. This is arguably the worst Lions loss. Not even like since the playoff game where they had like fucking nothing to lose. And I arguably say that this loss was worse than something like the Commanders loss, because at the very least you could say that they were a little bit spunky. You want to know how bad this loss is? You have to go all the way back to Matt Patricia's debut. Oh wait, no, they won that game. My bad. Uh, it.
No, they lost Patricia's debut.
Oh right, never mind. Then it was correct. It all goes back to Matt Patricia's debut game against the New York Jets, where they turned the ball over 5 times on the offense and proceeded to let the rookie Sam Darnold Jets put 48 points on them on prime time. This is arguably a way worse loss than that.
Yeah. Yeah. Side note, fuck Ted Fat Asso, over there.
True.
But yeah, yeah, you know how bad the vibes were in Detroit? My mom was literally rooting for the Vikings because she had given up on the Lions season already. She saw what happened with the Rams. She saw what happened with the Steelers, and she was like, "You know what? I know where this is going. Let's just get to the end." And she literally did that fucking gumball video clip.
Uh,
Fucking my
there's
fellow Americans, I I think we all know exactly where this is going. Let's just skip to the good part.
oh god. You want to know the funniest part? To end off on the day, you want to know how many total yards Max Brosmer had, including passing and rushing?
How many?
67.
God damn you. God
That's the
damn you,
worst
Max
part.
Brosmer.
That's the worst part. But I have so much I want to say about this Detroit team, but I feel like
Yeah,
I would just be
and
wasting it. I will finish off
I
by
don't know.
saying
I'm
this. I never want to hear this team be put in conversations ever again. They have to earn their respect back because this was ridiculous. This was flat out
unless
embarrassment.
Minnesota just got themselves into a bunch of conversations.
Minnesota at least has the coaching to back it up. Dan Campbell, it's ever since Kevin O'Connell has gotten there, it has been pretty fucking good. Because he got
Yeah,
there what 2022, if I remember
yeah,
correctly.
2022. And pretty much everything that has gone wrong with the Vikings has, for the most part, not been his fault. And um he has consistently kept his offenses in the top 8. Um, and he's been able to squeeze good seasons out of some people who should really not have had as good of performances as they did on Minnesota. 2022 Kirk Cousins, Josh Dobbs, Nick fucking Mullins, Jared Hall.
Yeah. This is all just to say at the end of the day, at least these other coaches have shown competency. They all have. You want to know a very damning stat? At the end of this, Dan Campbell is the only coach in the NFC North to not have a winning record in his in his first coaching season.
Hmm.
Now, granted, that
But
doesn't
yeah,
mean a ton, but when you think about it and how very good this division is, the more and more you think about it, the more and more you start to think, if Dan Campbell was really the guy, even with all the flaws, because keep in mind that Kirk Cousins roster that they got wasn't amazing to begin with, and not to mention as well the Aaron Rodgers 2019 year. They went from like they won the first seed, and then not to mention this year for Chicago, turning a 5-12 Bears team to one of the most exciting and young and like one of the most exciting and fun Bears teams of all time. It starts to make you look at Dan Campbell's impact, and I get it is very hard to turn around a scarred franchise. But Ben Johnson did it. Fucking Liam
I
Cohen is currently doing it. Why
I will
can't you?
stand on I will stand on business by saying, um, you know, that that Bears team was nowhere near as bad as their record, and they were just hamstrung by some of the worst coaching this side of the 21st century. Like, Eberflus is a football terrorist, and
Oh yeah,
I
like
would
they were like in
That
so
is.
many, like the amount of one score games and the amount of like would be winning drives for Caleb were just completely destroyed like that year.
That's fair.
Like
Washington, the first Green Bay game, Minnesota first game, at Detroit, and then Seattle. Those are 5 games. You turn them around, they're 10-7, and they're probably in the playoffs. I get what you're meaning, but like
Yeah,
even
that
then,
doesn't.
it's hard
I
to
think for this
turn that
whole
locker room around. But go ahead, Dick.
I think for this whole conversation, I think it's honestly in this case, I think it says less about Dan and says more about just how good, just how tough the NFC North is, and it's like you can do well, and you'd still be in last place in terms of coaching rankings because look who's around you.
Yeah. Again, it is very hard to be the best in a division where it seems to be all the best play. And I won't fault Campbell for doing a good job, but simply put, you're good. Not great, but you're good.
Um, I believe I think I'm quoting Star Fox here, but uh, one of the players said something to the effects of, "You tried your best, but I guess your best just wasn't good enough."
And that might be this Detroit team. It's a funny thing. We made this thumbnail because this may have been our only shot. That might have been it.
Yeah,
What is there to
I
be hopeful about this Detroit team? Jameer Gibbs is really good, but like David Montgomery is clearly showing that he's not very happy via the
yeah
Instagram
people
vagueness. That
yeah
offensive
people
line's getting worse.
people compare Jameer Gibbs to Barry Sanders all the time, but one of the things they conveniently forget when bringing that up is that Barry Sanders was fucking squandered in Detroit and retired early because he couldn't deal with this shit.
Also, no, you couldn't stop Barry Sanders. You couldn't
Wouldn't be the
stop
only
Jameer
wouldn't be
Gibbs.
the only wouldn't be the only case though Detroit has squandered a legend.
What
twice
you
We
actually.
look? You mean
Oh, they did.
Magatron? My bad. I didn't mean to say that on stream. No, I did.
that's
Um,
that's a um no Megatron, the original one.
no,
Come on,
Magatron. That's
you
Amon-Ra
know,
St. Brown.
Oh,
yeah.
they're not wasting him. He's just he just got bitch slapped by the Trump curse.
True. Like,
Listen, man, it happened it happened to the Lions too. I mean, it happened to
Tigers.
the Tigers.
Yeah.
Like Detroit, Detroit's got to start doing the Trump dance. Detroit.
look, man, you gotta.
People got and Puka Nakua collabs with Aiden Ross, fucking loses. People
Yeah.
have
Listen,
got to stop being fucking MAGA.
you gotta be. Listen, you gotta be woke. You need to be woke.
Look,
Yeah,
man. My quarterback
dude.
drinks matcha and throws
Have you seen?
touchdowns.
Have
Your
you seen
quarterback
Harrison
fumbles the
Butker?
ball
He's had.
3 times a game.
He has had a career worst year. Have you
Yeah.
seen?
It's
Listen,
they got the
Dark,
adage. They got the motto wrong. It's lose woke, go broke.
yes, dark woke for the win, except if you're Mike McDaniels. But anyways,
True. Yeah, this is. Yeah, man. What else to say other than this may have been our only shot, but
This is gonna ruin the tour.
oh god. I will just quickly go over the rest of these games so we can wrap it up because we are nearing 3 hours. Texans versus Chargers tomorrow. Ravens versus Packers in a very fun game. For next week, Steelers versus Browns. Miles Garrett watch. Jaguars versus Colts in the most likely Philip Rivers' final ballad for the playoff race. Buccaneers versus Dolphins in a game where if the Buccaneers lose and the Panthers win, they're donezo. And for Quinn Ewers, he's just wondering how he can get some hot MILFs after the game's over. The New England Patriots play the New York Jets in a game that affects the curse wheel. So the curse wheel's win-loss record is on the line currently, but I don't think Brady Cook has enough to get it done. Saints versus Titans in the man. Both of these teams have really exciting quarterbacks, and I can't wait to talk about them next year game. Cardinals versus Bengals in the man. Both of these quarterbacks are actually being squandered. Let's save them. Seahawks versus Panthers in a game where Seattle's trying to get the first seed and the Panthers, I mean, they can't get eliminated yet, but they're definitely going to try to win. Giants versus Raiders in
We
the
will be
epic
having a Whopper Bowl.
in the
We will be
epic
having a
tank
Whopper
bowl
Bowl
of all
watch along.
time, and then the bum show between the Eagles versus the Bills that no one will be watching. No one here will be tapping in, as they say. And for Sunday Night Football, we have a classic injury bowl between the Bears and 49ers, where the Bears seemingly have everyone hurt but playing through injuries, and the Niners seemingly have everyone hurt and they're playing the people that they just got. And then on Monday
Chet,
Night Football,
how much of the Lions' grit was because of Ben Johnson?
oh no, they're not looking good, better, best. And Monday Night
Yeah.
Football, we have the Rams looking to pull a OKC on the Atlanta Falcons, who are currently the LA Clippers in a weird comparison game that makes way too much sense. Um, we got a very interesting next couple of days of football. Uh, Good luck to
Yes.
everyone.
Matthew Stafford versus Kirk Cousins, aka. Wait a second, wasn't this an NFC North matchup of half a decade ago?
Yeah.
Man, it's like we're back in 2018. Beautiful.
True.
Fun fact, I was actually at that Vikings-Lions game in 2018. I got to witness Kirk Cousins say "hut" in a very funny, high-pitched voice.
Oh. But all this being said, we thank you guys so much for tuning in on a more later edition of the podcast. Honestly, I didn't think we were going to go tonight, and honestly, I didn't think we would go almost 3 hours. But we appreciate you all tuning in and listening. It's always nice to have people like you come on and support us, and also, it's also nice to just be able to talk about sports for a bit. From Nickman, Magnum Trash, Jugger Bear, Car Sausage, and Bears Fan, we'd like to thank you guys so much for tuning in for the Untitled Sickos Project. We will most likely see you next week when we talk about all the Week 17 games, and
I may be hosting a watch along for the Whopper Bowl between the Raiders and the Giants. Stick around for that.
but yeah, all in all, remember, kids, if you meet a snapping turtle on the road, do not ask it for money. That is very weird. Good night, everyone. Bye.
Make sure to check out the Discord, fuckers.